live. Let's see what it is.
Yo.
Let's wait for the notifications, as we always do. Waiting for that YouTube. Hey, that's the YouTube notification. What y'all got over there? Got the YouTube notification. What's up?
I got the one on the book too.
You got the book?
Yep.
Personal and
just the one on the book. Just the one on the book.
You know what you got to do for now. Keep it going, and we'll figure it out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll wait for Mr. Whoever has their volume up on there.
It's down. It's down.
That's you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. Feel free to share. Feel free to stream whatever it is, because we live right now. The people are watching us. They're looking at 4Box. What you see over there on the screen is what the people are seeing. And let me start off by saying, what's up? My name is B.I., a.k.a. Handle Your B.I., and I'm here with a few close and near. Nah, they ain't near dear friends, because they didn't call me this weekend, man. You know what I'm saying?
Saw you.
You just, oh, shoot.
I saw you. Look.
Blame it on the
she's at the benefit.
That's right.
She's at the benefit bowl.
Man, I'm trying to make a
I forgot, like I saw you.
See, I didn't know you be having the whole shtick, man.
Yeah, that's all right.
Gotta prepare me.
All right, to my left, we're gonna skip the young lady. We're gonna go to Mr. Fly Nyce, aka my brother-in-law, aka white guy.
AKA the white guy. What up?
Best dress. I think we're gonna call him best dress.
Oh, we ain't going there. This is too early for that. He already. That's why he calls himself Fly Nyce.
Live up to the hype.
I mean,
you
know.
Live up to the hype.
I mean, you know, I gotta call it like I see it.
Cheese and bread.
I didn't get the memo. I was like, oh, we doing all that. I thought we were, you know.
That's just the memo.
That's all right. Who over there in the greens? We're in Southie.
Yo,
white guy?
Yeah, you know that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Irish brothers. You know I mess with them.
Yeah, it is March.
Today he's white.
Yes, I am. My name is Peazy, in the world for lollipops. I'm just not another sucker. How you doing? As I share to these groups right now, you know, I'm just trying to get that over.
All right. And last but not least, in the middle, we have someone that's light-skinned, which is why we, again, are late here on the GMS PODCAST.
No. That's not the...
It is light-skinned people.
Normally, you're right. But I wasn't late tonight. I wasn't late. It wasn't me.
They gonna believe us.
I know. And you know what? Even my people gonna believe you. That's what
he was late.
Can we swear on here?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay. That's what's fucked up. I actually was on time.
Once we on when we on the networks, then there'll be a change.
Right.
You know? That's when I'll get really angry and I'll need my Snickers bar. What's going on with y'all, man? Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
We had a weekend.
Yes, we did.
I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate you thinking and thought. We thought we saw.
I was gonna come through. But the weather. I was like, yeah, nah.
The weather.
I smashed my whip that night.
Yeah, dog.
Wait, that night? Not that night.
That night.
It was bad that night.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't come through.
It was swervy.
That's why I didn't go through. I was like, nah, I'm straight.
It was only swervy when we left on all the late. We left the latest. I was there. I was there to the very end.
Already commented. GMS. That's family.
Yo, actually, who's gonna handle?
Shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to people that's watching. Everybody that's tuning in.
Shout outs to the people on Facebook. Shout out to people on Twitch, saying that we got 2 people on Twitch. Woo! Shout out to people on YouTube. Let me see, who else we got? Wow, 7 on the thing, 1 on Twitch.
We was up to 15 at one point.
Yeah, man. You know why? They don't like the page. If it was nicest thing, it'd be like 30-something, man.
Right.
This is ridiculous. Can you talk to your people?
I be trying to tell them to go over to the GMS page, but they just don't want to do it.
Man?
They don't want to do it.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, all right, I'm going to give you the camera. Please, talk to the people. Let them know.
Move them. Inspire them.
Go to the GMS page.
All right. And on that note,
and there you have it.
For a very convincing speech.
There you go.
I already told them mad times, bro. They don't want. It's like,
yeah, go, goddamn it, go to the page.
Yeah, like it's like they want you to fucking beg them. Fuck you.
You know what? How about if the
you
Lord?
Gotta send it
if the Lord, if it was something about religion, he'll be real.
Right. Nah, but for real, how many times have I told them, yo, could y'all go to the GMS page? Go to the GMS page. For some reason, bro, they just can't fucking find the energy to.
You have to hand deliver it to people though. Sometimes you gotta send them the link for them.
Shout outs to Charlie Gonzalez for liking the page, GMS the podcast page. You said that. You got a little reaction. That's what's up. I mean, let's try it one more time. One more time, Nice. What you want the people to do?
Go to the GMS page.
Wow. Let's see if we get another
with all that energy right there.
It's pretty easy. I don't know why. See, I'm telling you, we've been doing it since. I'm like, yo, can y'all go to the GMS page, please? And like, they won't do it. They'll only rock my.
It is kind of strange.
They'll rock my page, but like, if it was live on my page right now, there'll probably be like 35 people watching.
Because it's an extra step, though. I mean,
what extra step? Come on.
To follow another page. I'm just saying, but it's an extra step. But we like shit to be easy. Like,
they're like, nah,
if you don't put it right in my lap,
Yeah,
like,
that's how it is.
I'm one of those people. I'm one of those followers.
We're going to do a watch party. I see you doing a watch party. Shout outs to Nyce. You got 12 over there. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
But it's not like, that we have germs over here on the podcast, on the page.
No, but it's too much. That's just what it is. People just like, they fuck with my page and they're just like, yo, I fuck with your page and that's it.
It's that extra step. I'm
You
trying to tell you.
don't have to be scared. We don't have the coronavirus. And speaking of coronavirus, what y'all feel about this, man? It ain't just about...
It's all hype.
Hype?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I don't think it's
a
hype.
2% chance that you go pass away from it.
Yeah, it's hype.
Yeah, but
If I was a doctor,
that percentage right now is higher than SARS and the flu.
But
I spent like 2 hours of work time reading about it today.
because something's already wrong with them. They have a weak immune system, or they're already suffering from
I heard the only people that's really dying from is like older people. And shit.
Okay, hold on. That's true. That is true. People who are older and their immune systems are compromised, but it's killing at a higher rate than it does for influenza and SARS.
So tell the people. So you're saying
it's a mutated
that
flu,
it's okay that they sneeze,
flu.
be around all these people with the sickness. Let's all jump on the airplane. It's gonna be
stay your ass home. I mean, I'm getting on the plane this weekend. I went last weekend, but I'm just saying, like, cover your mouth, put on a fucking mask, and when they tell you to self quarantine, stay the fuck home.
Yeah,
stay home. But that's the problem is that some of the people that had it don't really feel sick, so they go out. But I'm telling you, the numbers are higher. I spend 2 hours of my work day reading about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know a little something.
Why you do that? That's a waste of time.
No, because I want to know. Just for things like this, like, because you can hear so much from media and it fills your head. So I want to know what the statistics are.
You gotta know because
I read like definitely like 25 sites. Like from all different, and I read the breakdown. Then I went in and I looked at what's the difference between bacterial infections and virus infections. I learned a lot today.
That's good.
Damn.
So wash your fucking hands.
So just wash your fucking hands. If you feel like you sick, stay the fuck home.
Can we let the
wash your hands and pound people for about?
They should not.
Just say with your chest. Just say with your chest.
Listen.
Hold on, wait. Actually, I got a question.
I've been pounding everybody. Yo, today that was probably like 7-8 people that went to dap me up, and I was like, dead ass.
Say with your chest.
I was thinking about that Corona shit. I know a couple of them probably took it the wrong way. I was like, you good, bro?
So hold on, let me ask you. So after you did that, did you wash or sanitize your hand?
I got hand sanitizer.
You know that you're not supposed to overuse that.
Yeah, the hand sanitizer.
Okay,
right,
I just want people to know. Because I'm seeing people out here using like it's lotion.
Yeah,
like, what's up, dog? I'm like, damn, dog, I just seen you like, this is second application.
I'm hearing that they saying that it's not.
It's actually not really working.
Yeah, and like the flu, like they saying that the corona shit's not really airborne. It's more like, that's why I'm telling people wash their hands because it gets passed from like hands and shit like
keep
that.
Keep your hands away
really
from your face.
That's right.
Don't rub your eyes.
Yeah.
So let's say that really quick because people always think it's like in your like whatever. It's always what you put in your mouth. But that's why I didn't want to say it because I knew that was gonna happen. But your mouth is used to that. Your mouth is used to taking in bacteria.
I get it. Okay.
But your nose and your eyes, it actually travels more quickly into your body through those like orifices. Just stay the fuck home and wash your hands.
At the end
My thing is, definitely just be considerate of other people.
Like,
people
even if it's not corona, like I don't want the flu, I don't want a cold, I don't want none of that shit.
The coronas. Listen, like I said, man, for all the Haitians out here, don't trust your grandmother if she wants to put that lule masquiti just because you got the corona. That shit will not work. Okay? Me and my father appreciate the business. But it will not work. Okay? I'm trying to tell y'all, man. It will not work. But how y'all feel about this affecting, it's affecting big businesses? People are not really talking about that because at the end of the day, you got, they were talking about on the news, like people not going to games or reducing their things going to games. There's certain people by that Southwest. I always mess that up.
South by Southwest.
So the X is by. Is that what it is?
South by Southwest.
Anyway, change that shit. I don't like it.
I think it's good. I like the logo. That shit's dope.
You're not Wakanda right now. Listen.
Wakanda forever. Yo.
Listen,
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
The amount of business
South by Southwest?
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Because you don't rap.
Because it's
a place for rappers.
Right? You're like an independent artist, so you're hot right now.
Talk about it.
Wait, he doesn't rap? Everybody raps.
Nah, Peazy, talk about it.
No, I'm just I'm playing. I'm playing.
Everybody wants to rap.
Peazy getting mad at me.
So it's a place where you go perform. You know what I'm saying? A lot of independent artists from all over, they go there, they meet up, they link up. There's a whole bunch of little events popping off for local artists from all different regions perform, they network, build, and all that. A lot of emerging artists done came from that function. You know what I'm saying? That are hot right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's been an ongoing thing for like the past almost like 10 years now, almost 10.
Quick. I want to give Layla Andre.
It's a big event.
She reacted to the GMS podcast video. Follow us too. That'd be nice.
That's wifey.
Is she following us though?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun. You said, yeah, yo, babe, make sure you follow now.
Dude said to T, he said, if we stay home, how we gonna pay our bills? He's asking you that.
Well, most places you can work remotely. A lot of places, that's what's happening. Like where I work, if you can, obviously some jobs you can't, but a lot of places where you have an office job, they're asking you to work from home. And hold on, real quick. South by Southwest celebrates the convergence of interactive film and music industries. That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
She got the technical. She did her own.
No, I mean, sometimes, people, like, because,
She used Google. I like that.
That's right.
You gotta use Google, bro. That's what I don't get with
because I want to give an accurate description of what it is.
She uses Google. But listen, at the end of the day, a lot of people are fucking losing money, bro.
No, for
like,
real.
this is a big event, right? So now imagine if you're like a little town or whatever, and you're constantly expecting this influx of money, and you're a small business, you're in trouble.
Are they talking about closing down the St. Patty's Parade?
Yeah.
They already did it, canceled it.
They did. So it's official?
They said it's canceled.
Woo! My Irish brethrens, what are we gonna do, man?
That's crazy. That's a big event over there.
Stay home and drink with your family.
I did that before.
What are you gonna do for St. Patty's Day then?
I'm Irish. I actually found out from
Hence me asking the question.
Ancestry.com.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
Nothing. I don't celebrate
Why
it.
would we bring her here if she ain't gonna talk about? Oh my
She's gonna be in the crib.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm telling you the truth. I don't celebrate it.
Live. We need ratings. Live.
She gonna be in the crib.
I just found out that I was Irish.
Yo, cabbage.
She gonna be in the crib with the cabbage and the corned beef.
I just found out I was Irish.
And that's why we keep him over there.
Right.
Hold on.
He gotta have his own table. He fucking up. Where's it?
We
There
have
you go,
technical difficulties as Peazy just spilled on the beverage. He is normally just a smoker, and he had a dip of a little tasty taste of a little Henny.
And now we know. Now we know.
Now we know.
Cut off.
Pass him.
That shit, don't give him the Henny. Yeah,
Get even this point, they would pass the Courvoisier. Nigga. You don't deserve it no more.
Yeah, he done with that.
All right, so
that's why if you're messy, you got to get a bottle. See, for me, I know what to do.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So you know what? Because of that, we're gonna
up.
skip his segment, and we're gonna go right to some shit. Actually, before we do that, I want to first put this out there. I want to give again a thank you to everybody that donated, everybody that came out. You're good. I took you off the camera piece so you can clean up. To the event that I had at Boston Bull, really dope event. Shout outs to UT for showing face. I appreciate that. Shout outs to everybody that shared it on their page.
It was.
It was just
Nice
kind of like a Spurzo thing.
Playing ratchet music.
Yeah, we gonna do that.
Who don't love ratchet music without a fight, right? Ratchet music, no fights.
We gonna do the podcast in there. But now, on a serious note, we were able to really just celebrate what it was all about. Fight, again, is a little company that I put together where we stand up with people that are afflicted with various diseases. Before any disease, there is a person, a quote from the famous Dr. Jean Bonnet, a.k.a. Pops, a.k.a. Poppy. Yes, I still say Poppy, even though I'm 45, turning 46. That's just a sign of respect. That's how Haitian people do. But anyway, I want to give a shout out to my other guy, Balcony Boa. Yo, I was gonna actually surprise everybody and do the flights up there, and like it's 61 flights. I'm gonna keep it real. I did it in 2017, right? I was like, yo, Sin, pick me up. He's like, what up, bro? I got you. For anyone that don't know, Sin's my brother. He's like, all right, I'm gonna come pick you up. What we doing? I'm like, hey, listen, I'm about to go up 61 flights of stairs. He's like, word? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it for, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it for my brother Gene. You know, Gene has that. Yeah. So I got you. Okay, cool. Bet.
Yeah,
yes, he
Gene
does.
got it.
Okay, bet. Boom. We gonna do that. Okay. What else we need to do? Nah, just pick me up. All right, is there anything you need? Yeah, we need to go to Dunkin' Donuts real fast because I just need my Dunkins with 2 glazed donuts. 2017, that was Cliff's breakfast.
I support that.
Judge me later. I don't care.
No, you need that sugar.
Listen, it failed. Okay?
Didn't work.
First, I got on the 5th floor, 5th flight.
You ate 2 donuts, bro.
Not only that, from what I find out, caffeine is not what you want. Coffee is not what you want to do before walking up. Because I'm like walking up, I had the Facebook, I'm thirsty for the thing. I'm like, yeah, so I'm doing it for the team, doing it for my brother. What up? What up? Walking up these
You did
stairs,
not do that.
Yes, I did. Go to Facebook, you'll see it.
Right.
Man, 5th floor came. I was like, holy shit. So I look up, I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Carried a 2. How many more flights is there to go?
He said, carry
Boy.
You didn't stop at the 5th, though.
I didn't stop. I completed. But let's just say, okay, the numbers weren't
Took a
good.
little bit of a break,
dead.
I took a lot of breaks.
Right.
I took water breaks. It got to a point, no lie, I stopped. And a fireman, I won't say who, from Waltham, he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I gotta stop. I can't do this no more. He's like, well, if you're gonna stop, I'm gonna stop. I was like, all right. He stopped.
Wow.
And then it created a bottleneck effect. I was like, oh, you embarrassed
He's
me.
over here
So the
inspiring
evil
quitting.
E kicked in.
Wow.
I transformed. It was like, all right, let's go. And I finished. Shout outs to him. But yeah, ain't no joke. But the reason I bring that up is because I was unable to do it because my knees are a little hurt still. Balcony Bo is a gentleman that you guys have seen here. Make sure y'all follow him. My good boy, a homie.
He said I wasn't able to do it because
Fun
I'm
dude.
Yo, my knees, yo.
You old, bro.
I am old. I've been telling you that, man.
Shit start hurting.
Listen,
Shit start hurting.
my
We
shit
were
weird.
talking about that earlier.
My shit weird.
Shit just
bro.
start
Regular
hurting.
shit
bro.
hurts.
Right.
It
Just
ain't. Then gay becomes your lotion. Don't be saying, damn, you're up next, nigga.
Yo, chill. I'll be worried about that shit.
I plead
Right.
the 5th. I have nothing to say.
Conversations
But I be like that though. Look, I'm only 34, right? And I just be moving, making noises like I'm old. I be like, dog.
And you be
I ain't even
working
that
out,
old,
too.
dog.
How you feel after you work out, though?
I feel good. I be sore, but I be
Really,
feeling good
Do you
though.
really, though?
Do you?
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
when I hate people. I feel good. I'm like,
What you mean? It feel
Working out does
good.
make you feel good if you
What
had to
you
do
talking
it.
about?
so
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
Not so
dude.
much.
That's because you ain't been in the gym since when? Keep it real.
Give you like a light boost of energy.
So
I can't
much.
explain it.
2002?
Good fit.
I mean, you're happily married. Fuck the gym. Fuck the gym. You're happily
I'm not
married.
gonna lie.
That's why his back hurt all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Down, my
He said,
back-
he said, I couldn't do it because my knees hurt. I wonder why.
Listen, man, because, hey, listen, at the end of the day, I respect my body. And my body said, nigga.
Right, let's do your body.
You are not
You ain't going upstairs, motherfucker.
So, okay, so if that's
No, but even-
Nice is saying he's doing it next year.
I think
do
we
it
should
next
do
year.
it.
I'll do it next year, but
I think we should
know.
make a pact right now and do it.
Yeah, I will.
Whoa.
Nigga, you gotta
You
come
move.
back.
Well, you
I
got
have
fly
no
up
problem
there.
coming back.
Right.
I
all right,
fly
T.
every
All right,
weekend.
T.
I have
We
no
gonna be on the
problem.
phone.
No, I'm for
Yeah.
real.
You got that flight money?
And
Yeah,
I
come
want
up
people
here.
to like place bets
Motherfucker.
on us.
Yeah.
You know
no,
what?
I be shit. I'm not. Listen, I'm not naive to that shit. Going up 61 flights.
No,
of stairs
that's not
is
like
some
I
shit
gotta
that you
train
need to
for it.
work.
Actually,
Yeah, I was
at
gonna
this
say,
age,
you
I gotta
need to train for that shit.
Yeah, we got to hydrate
That's
for like
something-
3 days.
Yeah, that's not
right?
some shit. That's not some shit you just go. I'm
Nah,
gonna walk
not
up
at all.
61 flights of stairs. You fucking crazy?
Yo.
Go on the stairmaster at your
Look,
gym
I'm
and
just
tell
telling
me how
people
that
right
is.
now, if you go donate because of me doing this, I'm only good for 5 to 10 stairs. That's it.
No, I bet you got. Wait. Let's
like,
place
I'll do
bet.
5
I
to
bet
10.
you can do. I bet you can do 24.
Don't put the bank on me. I'm telling
I
you
bet
right
you
now,
can do
ain't gonna
24.
win.
Honestly,
This is- I'm
it's
good.
gotta
I put
just
24 on
taste-
Hey, yo, one thing with me, I be in the
Yeah,
gym,
is
but
there
I
a
don't go
time
to
limit
mass
or we
parties.
just gotta
Nah,
do
no
it?
time limit. They
So
wait
who?
for you. They
Okay.
literally wait.
All we gotta do is do it.
You
We can take
an hour,
breaks.
They're gonna wait.
I'll be able to complete this shit.
Let's do
I
it.
completed it.
I'll
That's what I'm
complete
saying.
it.
Peasy, let's
But
do
that
it.
was my problem. You know, the ego
I'll
kicked
complete
in.
this shit.
I was like,
Word.
man, I'm about to
Pass out.
fly through this shit. You know
Nah, I'll
what I'm
complete
saying?
it though.
I'm not even gonna say that because I know better.
But that's what it's like. You always, you know what I mean? You ever think you think you in shape. It's like when you see somebody playing ball, you ain't played in a while. You're like, I'm about to get out there and tear
Hell
shit
yeah.
up. 5 minutes later, you dying.
I've done that shit to
I was
my-
like, that.
No,
Yo,
no,
dog,
and then what do you
listen, let me
say?
tell
You walk
something,
off
bro.
like I ain't
Hell
fuck
yeah.
with you fucking
Bro,
kids.
you took-
God
Top
damn
that
it.
off,
Fucking
right?
kids.
I got time for y'all,
And then
man.
you tell when I was your age, I would have
That's what I'm
ran.
saying. You know what I used to do? God
Man.
damn it.
Y'all
I'll
ain't
tell you,
shit.
bro.
I'm out.
Listen, man. Shout
That's
out
how
to
it
my
is.
wife. She's putting a watch party. We got. Wasn't that like one of y'all homework to find out like if we get the numbers from the watch parties?
You do.
You do?
We do?
Like the views.
Yeah.
We could do it.
That's a good thing.
Look, I'm
Views.
just.
Yeah.
You do get them?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, that's
Okay,
good.
well, everybody do a watch
Any
party.
views, every view is considered a view.
I don't get when people, yo, listen, man, if you watching, share.
watch party's like an
share.
invite.
Yo, you know what?
Share, yeah.
Like, yeah, share.
For real, if
Goddamn,
you watching,
it.
share it. Share it. Sharing is caring. Share the fucking
Greedy
podcast.
bastards.
You know what I mean?
And I want to thank.
But I respect, I
everybody.
like everybody that be tuned because we be having people that really be tuning
Hey,
in.
yo, Ted,
Yeah.
I'm not a lightweight either, man. That was an accident.
Nah, man.
Who said that?
Ted.
Oh, see, I got. Hold on. I got shit. Yo, shout outs to him. He came through.
Yeah, it's
Appreciate
that's
that.
family, man.
Yo, let's go through that. Let's give our quick shout outs, man.
God, I'm drinking
You
and
got
I'm.
anybody to give shout outs to?
Nah, but I want to say rest in peace to my man Buddha, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Buddha, man. Boo, man. Boo, man. Boo, man. Wow.
I think it's Friday. What's Friday the 13th, right?
13th, yeah.
Yeah, Friday the 13th, 7 o'clock. Dylan's is going to be a fundraiser for Buddha, man. His, for his funeral, his kids and shit like that. So if you know him, show up. You know what I mean?
Want to give a rest in paradise to Mrs. Lewis.
Is it GoFundMe?
I don't know if there's a GoFundMe. I don't know.
Well, look,
I shared a couple different things. I shared a few different things. I don't even know, but you know, it's going to be to raise some funds for him. So actually, there is a GoFundMe. Matter of fact, there is. I saw it. Yeah, there is.
So share it.
There is. The goal is like 5 bands. So that should be able to be reached,
That's
especially
easy.
with all the people, all the people that I know from Pine Estates, all the people I know that get to it. Come on, man. They should be able to touch that.
Show
like
love
nothing.
right
that
now.
should not
This is
even
when
be a
it counts,
fucking
right?
problem. That should not even be a problem.
100%. Want to give a quick shout out, so rest in paradise to Mrs. Lewis. She's a good friend of the family's. She recently passed away. If anybody takes their clothing to Mooney Cleaners in Dorchester, she's like a nip in Dorchester. It's crazy. If you got bagged for a couple years, she held your clothes.
Word?
Wow.
Yeah.
She's solid then.
And real good person. My condolences to both my friends, which are my brothers basically, John and Joe, and to Mr. Lewis also, and to everybody that's affected by this. She will be missed, but we know that we gained an angel up top, and that goes to your boy as well. All right, so let's talk about some fuckery if we could, because I just got a little bit sad, and y'all don't need to see me cry, because I do on occasions.
He's a Scorpio, bro.
Do you cry?
Yeah, I cry.
Hold on, real quick. Do you cry?
He's a Scorpio.
Okay, hold on. I have a question, bro,
Scorpio.
and I'm jumping in. Okay,
What you thought?
when's the last time you cried?
Emotion.
You don't have to
No.
say why. Just tell me when.
I'll tell you.
I'm
Like
going.
2 weeks ago, over my daughter.
Can
Yeah.
I
Because-
said I wasn't gonna ask you why,
Nah,
but
but
now
I like to
can I
tell.
ask you why? Okay, sorry about
Because
this.
she's just been she's been changing a lot, and I'm like, who the fuck is this little girl right now?
No, because they become their own people. It's
I'm
fine.
like, I'm losing her.
Yeah,
And
they-
I'm just-
It's gonna happen, brother.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. Someone said, you said, when you're fighting with your kids or you're raising your kids, what you want to do is you want to create a bridge so that they're able to come back to you
Right.
when shit is fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And
I might have said that
I
to
tell
you.
myself every day, I'll give you the credit.
Yeah, I think that was Peazy because it
Yeah,
definitely
I might have
wasn't
said
me.
that to you.
God damn. Now she want me to hug you, dog. You could have said some shit like that, bro.
Nah, I know, but I'm just saying. I
God
know I
damn.
didn't say that.
Okay. All right.
That's some grown man shit right there.
That's some
real shit,
That's some
though.
grown man shit.
There you go.
But that's not like some shit I probably said, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I took that. Nah, but I was just like, damn, what am I not doing? What am I not saying? What am I not, like, what the, like, I'm real close with my kids, obviously. More so, I like it. This is gonna sound
but
fucked
they
up.
gonna
More so
break-
than
they gonna
people.
break away.
You know what I mean? And
It's gonna
especially with my daughter being a girl, a female, in this
Mm-hmm.
fuck era. You know what I'm saying? She got her cousins, her brothers that are looking out, but I'm always trying to like spit game at her. I'll never forget when Jen and I, my wife, we started dating or whatever, and I used to be like, man, when I have babies, you know what? I'm gonna teach my daughter or son like about sex. We talked about this on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give her mad game, so when some dude pulls up on her with some corny ass line, she'd be like,
Yeah.
and then you'd be like, what you laughing at, shorty? My daddy told me you gonna say some corny ass fucking lines.
Mm-hmm.
But I just noticed like lately she's like really into like the fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like really into
Little
fashion.
girl.
And you know, she's a mixed baby. She got the little curly hair, which is the in thing now, I guess, or whatever.
It's it's always the end thing.
Well, shit.
Wow.
Well, she's in right now. You know, my daughter got over 3,700 followers on IG. Real ones. You rappers that buying the fake. I'm sorry. It's
Whoa,
kinda crazy.
no.
Yeah, it's
that's
crazy.
She does like the modeling thing?
No, she does. I take a picture. And
No,
I
she's
put it
just
in-
organically
Oh, my
Dad's
dad's
a
dope.
weird.
photographer, so the shit look
Yeah.
epic.
Dad do be taking pictures when dad needs money.
This shit is
I'm
epic.
starting to use the line now. I
Shit is-
want to be a photographer sometimes.
She ain't posting. She ain't
we gonna
posting
take a
normal
picture of
little
this guy.
snap.
I mean, yeah, she got a little brand development going on. Little brand
This guy
development.
right here, you see this
Yeah.
guy right here? I'm gonna take photos of this guy. This
Wow.
guy right there.
For what?
For our you forgot what we talked about? Dear white people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I didn't know what the fuck you was talking about for
I'm
pictures.
everywhere right now. I'm emotional. She got me.
That's
emotional,
okay.
dog. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but back to her saying.
So
yeah,
what
I
made you
cried.
cry?
I can't tell you that, but it was about her.
But it was about her, and it was
about her.
yeah. She just
But it was a good cry.
she's growing up and
You're so
becoming her own
sensitive,
person.
man.
I'm very sensitive. I'm very sensitive. I'm in touch
I love
with
it
my
though,
emotions,
man. You're a good brother, man.
I don't give a fuck.
I love that shit about you though,
I
man.
don't
It's
give a
real
fuck.
shit,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
Hold on, we going around real quick. You don't gotta say why, but Peazy, when's the last time you cried?
Oh, it's been when my man died. What was that 2000? It was 2 years ago.
2 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know, on some real shit.
You always got one to just be like, yo, I don't even know.
You gotta understand, this is just nice.
No, but that's grown man shit. Like, and wait, and I know I'm like new to this or whatever, but it's different. Like for us, for women, we can cry. It's okay. You know, socially acceptable. It's all right. I feel like for men sometimes, you guys have a lot more shit in your way if you want to like really show how you feel or break down.
As I get older, I'm trying to get in tune with that though.
Hell yeah!
I'm just really out here trying to work on my emotional side. It's just how I was built, preventing me from being that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I done been through so much shit.
It is. That's what
I'm saying. But
I see it in you.
Those pretenses are put on y'all, but it's not put on us.
So hold on, let me ask you both a question. So do you guys feel that it's just do you guys put this like wall up not to allow that to happen?
Nah,
or
I just think
it's just there, bro.
I think I'm just used to so much shit. I just
You're numb.
Like numb to the shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Shit'll just happen and I'll just be like,
that's
That's
crazy.
too bad, man.
You
know why
I might be feeling down a little bit, but like the urge to cry doesn't really come on.
Really?
Yeah. And I know that's just because I've been through mad shit and it's fucked up. I be saying that shit though. Like to myself, I'll be like, yo, you don't be feeling like crying over nothing. Like nothing.
And I'm sure your wife or your girlfriend, we don't love that. We don't love a man that's so like.
Nah, she, I don't know. Sometimes she'd probably be like, damn, you a cold motherfucker.
No, that's how we feel.
But I'm really not, though. I'm really not.
You feel it, it just doesn't come out.
Crazy,
I'm not. I just, like, I'll be down, but, like, the urge to cry, like, nah.
That's what my nature and nurture is about.
Yeah.
Like, when you at the crib, you see my daughter, the kids, I see emotions.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? So, like, I would, not to say, nigga, I want you to go home and cry, but, like, I feel like it's like a, and I apologize, but shit, it's like a reset button, like women, you know, when they go through menstruation, it's like a reset, like, whatever, you know, for me it is.
So that brings it back?
Yeah, it brings it back, like, oh shit, all right, I had all this shit bottled up, now it's out, let it go. I also said that shit too.
That's some real shit.
First of all, I'm a gangster. No, I'm just saying.
No more.
Nah.
Be just like us.
Right.
Yo, listen, that was a perfect segue, and boom, segue king. B.I.G's up, man.
Best who ever did it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bar for bar.
Be interested. It'll be very interesting to see if he was still alive, if he would have been able to keep up those standards. I don't want to have that conversation.
Because we can't.
That will be the rest of the
evening. He'd be an icon by now.
I think it'd be good.
Every icon got to put on other people to become an icon. By now, Big would be an executive.
So let me ask you. I'm going to ask you, P, since you up at
He already had
first.
ideas going. He was trying to get it going already.
Yeah, that was dope. Unfortunately, Lance had to cut. Yeah. But I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite song and or lyric?
I don't know, man.
Could be a record.
Oh, shit. Y'all putting people on spot like this?
Yeah, I'm putting people on spot. This is GMS PODCAST.
It's just big, man. I don't know.
Any record.
You know how it is to wake up fucked up, broke as hell. People looking at you like you the abuser, spoken bones. What you man?
Oh, yeah, right. Hey.
Bad bills to pay. That was my nigga. Yo, hell yeah.
All right, so now I'm gonna throw this at Nice. I know this ain't Jada. We're gonna get to Jada, even though that's not the topic. I reviewed it. I think you might want to go back to it.
I did go back to it. I changed my mind. So we already go there because I changed my mind. So at first I was like, I'm disappointed. I listened to it.
Yeah, you did. I was like, what? Yo, when I read that, I was like, what? No bullshit.
You know what it was? I was just so busy that day running around doing what I was doing, trying to listen to it.
Yeah.
That nothing really caught my ear because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
So then when I was like, all right, my man's like, yo, you got. I'm like, yeah, that's Kiss. I really got to listen.
It's more musical though. I noticed.
It's more like for me, it was one of them things where like you got to really listen to what the fuck Kiss is saying.
Yep.
So I listened to it and I was like, oh, all right, I see where
I
he's
ain't even
coming
hear it
from.
yet. I'm gonna download it tomorrow.
It was he get on some. He's still spitting that shit.
I know the album's named after his old road manager.
Yeah. That passed away recently.
Yeah, Ice Pick J.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So your thoughts, brother?
On what?
Biggie.
Oh, Big the Greatest though.
Favorite record?
I don't know, man.
On the road to riches, a diamond ring.
Nah, I think Ready to Die.
Yeah.
Ready to Die is tough.
Okay. T.
Oh, see, I wasn't prepared for this.
Oh, this is nice and boo.
So I felt like, I mean, I do love Biggie, like as a lyricist, but I was a Tupac fan, and because I was young, I know because I was young during that time, I kind of had allegiance to Tupac, so I would say that I didn't really study Biggie like that.
Okay.
Like I definitely like a lyricist, but I'm a Tupac fan.
You know what? I'm gonna throw this at you. I'm gonna give you Hypnotized because I used to see you at the club. I'm gonna give you the Hypnotized. That's a nice, easy record. Boom, Hypnotized. You can have that. Is that okay?
Hell yeah.
Okay, boom.
Hell yeah, but that's like a when I think like when my son told me to come and watch him, my oldest son, come and do karaoke in Faneuil Hall. That's what he was doing, like a Biggie record. And I was like, my guy, we're doing that. He was like, Mommy, the bitches love this shit. I said, okay. Hey, that's what we doing it. Yeah. I said, well,
still calling him Lil
yeah, Lil Meek. I said, well, what about Tupac? He's like, nah, that shit too rough. You know what I'm saying? We got to finesse him. I feel like Biggie kind of finessed you in that, like, you know, what do they say? Like, your daughter's tied up in the Brooklyn basement. Like, to me, that's, and that, how does that sound sexy? That sounded sexy to me, but that's not really okay.
That's big, though.
Like, you're tied up in the basement? But it sounded like a good thing, but it's not.
Girls bump trap music more than our dudes I know.
Yeah.
I'm and we just gonna like, everybody knows, because some of your wife, they live with me. I play trap music every single day of the week. Sunday, they used to come in like, bitch, it's a church day. And I said, and God made trap music, bitch. That's how I feel. Like, I'm one of those.
Yo, it's all right, man. For me, it's who shot you.
Who shot you?
Well,
I mean, I feel like
proceed.
Pop came back from that, so like,
what you need.
Get love.
There's a lot of records, man. A lot of records.
They got
a lot of records.
They
man.
got some shit.
But that shit to me was pretty cool. But since we're talking about music, man, this guy came up and this something.
Nah, I like Give Me the Loot. My fault.
Give me the loot.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, that's just
Give Me the Loot is my shit.
See, yo, YouTube, let us play the music.
Lace up your boots, cause I'm about to shoot. Real motherfucker going out for the loot. That
And then the
shit.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, man.
Nice came through. Shout outs to Nice.
I knew Nice had it in him.
Nah, cause I was really thinking for a second. I'm like, nah, it's not ready. This.
No, when you get put on,
I didn't want to
right.
But I tell you what's not a good record.
Like, nah,
it's all good, but that's what's up. That's what's up. But yo, Facebook, YouTube, whoever, hit us up on the line. Let us know what's your favorite record. Make sure y'all call in, man.
Or
Number
if you love
here,
Tupac.
774-257-5170. Let me repeat that for y'all that are a little slow like myself at times. 774-257-5170. And I'm looking over here because that's where the number is. But yo, I'm going to put this man up here.
Who?
This guy.
Yo, what's going on with this? I'm slow when it came to this. I heard something briefly about it.
You're the one who told me to talk about
No,
it,
I
sir.
did. That was me.
That was you?
That was
Yeah,
it.
that was
So I'm
That was you.
No, he said bitches done played twerking out. He said y'all done played it out.
What y'all feel
Played
about
out.
that?
Agreed.
I disagree with Meek wholeheartedly. I like Meek. But I disagree with Meek wholeheartedly.
Nigga, you knew
Well, baby girl
that.
say it's 2020. I ain't trying to argue about twerking.
Listen, man.
I respect it.
I like Meek. I agree with everything he says except
I'm a
for that.
man.
Right there, he was wrong, Nice?
Yeah, he was absolutely wrong.
Completely?
That was blasphemy.
What? Wait. Hold on. Since we have a female, you know what I'm saying, guest on the panel today, let's allow her to tell us why us men here are wrong about the gluteus maximus, of the shaking of the ass, of the peach.
Belly dancing been going on before.
We're not talking belly. We're
all
not
the
talking
same.
Shakira. We're not talking Shakira.
It's all the same.
No, it ain't. We're talking about the ash.
Okay.
You're on deck.
Okay, no, I didn't say he was wrong, but I get it. I feel like there's, like, music is an evolution, like, dancing is an evolution. Like, if you look at, you know, what you're doing, like, this year to next year, there's different dances, there's different moves. Like, twerking, he's saying it's like, and for me, too, like, I used to love to watch, like, I go to strip clubs. Like, I love to go to strip clubs. My favorite place to go. But if you look at, like, twerking, it's like, okay, I've seen it. So at this point, there's nothing I haven't seen. Like, there's nothing I haven't seen. So if I've seen it all, I want to see the next thing. Like, for me.
So you're saying for you, it's because you've seen everything.
Yeah, like, like, how much
You're
more
bored.
can you freak the, right, I'm bored with it. So I used to watch videos like, yo, look how this bitch do this cheek, that cheek, like, but I've seen it all.
Well,
so you can't, how are you going to come out with something new? And I get why you guys would like it. I understand that.
I'm
but
going to tell you this, though, T. Let's all
and I don't.
Let's all take a moment.
Yeah, but what's so different?
See,
It ain't about it being different. It's just about it being right. Ain't nothing wrong. A little shake. That's control.
We could go far with this, though.
I wanna give a shout out.
We're not gonna go far with this, but like.
If there's anything that makes me believe in God, it's this one.
That's what it takes.
yeah.
What if I asked you
What
about
really
that
I
right
gotta
now?
keep that. I gotta get that.
Would you be like, I believe?
If what?
Yeah, like, but I've seen this before. Like,
Not
so
like
that's.
that.
I definitely seen that a trillion times.
I have not seen anything like that.
A trillion times.
That's an angel.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
Like, I should have brought more. I might have to go to the car. I had another bottle.
Listen.
I brought 2 bottles in here. I need another bottle.
Listen, at the end of the day, we would like to thank that person that took time out to help us out.
Lord
because without her effort, without her putting in the work in which she just did, we, as gentlemen of GMS the podcast, would not be as happy as we are right now.
Right.
That's it.
There you have it. Please, somebody weigh in. I hope there's some chicks watching this. Like,
I'm
some people, like, please, like, comment, like, weigh in, share this shit. Like, don't leave me out here by myself.
No, actually,
on this twerking shit.
There was that podcast we did a couple of things ago. A lot of women called in and they were okay with it.
Oh yeah.
They were like, you know what, B.I., we might with you.
But I said that I love strip clubs, but I want to see more than twerking. I want to see the bitch hold herself to the side and like I want to see all that extra shit.
That's when you got to go down south to like KOD when they climb all the way to the top.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So I try.
Spin around.
So I'm down south more than I'm here. All that twerking shit. I seen that shit. Like I seen this cheek, that cheek, like big booties. Like I want to see that extra shit. Bitch, do a split. Go upside down.
The only thing twerking really do for me is I'm just like, can she do that while we fucking?
Do you want to marry her?
No.
See? Wait a minute.
I want to marry her, but I'm saying like that's the only thing that I would like. Okay, yeah, she could twerk. The main thing I think most dudes think of is like, yo, could she throw it back like that? Wow.
Okay, wait.
Y'all see that video?
Or it's sexy.
Can I post can I ask y'all a question real quick?
She look like she can.
Hold on.
Like she could get nasty.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Go ahead.
All right, so I don't know what everyone's situation is, so that's good.
We made a mistake with the thing. I'm not gonna say what the thing is since the camera's just on her.
Me?
We should have just got not you.
Oh.
I'm talking about we should have got more.
Oh yeah.
We'll figure it out. Anybody in the neighborhood hit us up? We need a delivery.
Yeah. Oh, we do have like Birdman. Somebody know Birdman? Like, okay.
Nah, but
that's
go ahead.
that shit. I heard we were talking about people earlier. Okay, so quick question. Twerking, yes, it's beautiful, it's great. So now if any of y'all had a girlfriend, wife, significant other, and she did that, like she has 23,000, 104,000 followers, and she's twerking and she's getting all them hits.
Yeah.
Is that okay with you? Are you cool with that?
Because if she get hits like that, that means that there's a check coming in. So
right. No. Okay, hold on. What if there's no but right now you're saying like 23,000, 104, that doesn't mean checks are coming in. Okay.
All about how you market yourself.
Yeah, 23,000. You can talk.
That means you got to follow and you can market yourself.
I know a couple sponsors right now that I could get a check for.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's shaky. Okay, so that's a 2-part question. Is it okay with you if the money's coming in? Is it okay with you if the money's not coming in? Grown man shit.
All right, I'm gonna let Nyce talk about it first, as I feel less going on.
I'm saying if you're doing it, you got to be able to benefit from it. So if she benefit from it, fine. If it ain't benefiting, then bitch, try something else. It's like somebody. To me, I just look at that like. It's like you ever met somebody that's like stay trying to sell.
I see people saying stuff. What they say?
No, like I look at it. I look at it like I look at it like it's like somebody that's constantly trying to sell drugs but can't be successful, right? Motherfucker, give it up. It ain't working for you.
If she getting a check and it's your baby mom, is it okay?
I'm saying that's what I was just gonna say. If she's benefiting from it, right, and she's really benefiting from it, I'm cool with that. I'm alright with that. Go ahead, twerk. I don't care, cause dudes is gonna look at you anyway. People gonna look at you anyway. So when we out, they gonna look at your ass anyway. So it don't matter as long as you're not, you're not doing no fans only page, exposing yourself crazy for some chicken. Nah, I'm straight with that. But you twerking and you just being sexy and you actually getting a bag off of that, I'm cool with that. That would be like Kanye getting mad at Kim because
she doesn't twerk.
You feel me? Like
but Gucci Man shorty though, even when he went to jail, she wasn't nobody but a chicken videos. And then all of a sudden she started selling Slim Tea and waist trainers and banked like $4 million just doing that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Keisha? Woo.
Yeah, boom, yeah.
Woo.
That's it. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like
but she wasn't twerking though. We talking about twerking specifically.
Videos with G-strings.
All that shit, bro.
Stay on topic. We talking
about as long as you ain't trying to sell the, you know what I'm saying, the box.
Yeah.
Right.
And you ain't showing the box.
Yeah, if you're not doing that, I'm all right with that. I don't care.
That's to me, all you're saying is like, are you okay with your whoever you're dealing with going out to like say like the beach and then showing her shit more to like to the extreme nth. All she's doing is really going up and down and shaking her ass and then having people view it a million times. But if it's giving you bank, I personally don't have a problem with it.
Same shit she go do on a girls' night out and you can't see her. And she in the club with her friends.
You know what?
And you gotta go over to her friends' Snapchat, watch her snap to see her twerking.
I'm gonna give you the Tommy point for tonight.
No facts.
Because that's what happens. That's what y'all do.
And then they come home and then they come home. It's facts.
Why you say y'all and you looking at me?
Yo.
Shit.
Yo.
That was valid.
Yo.
That was valid as shit.
And then y'all come home and tell us how you was just chilling the whole time.
But I was getting ready for you.
It was alright, babe.
But
y'all know. Who trying to talk to you? Nobody.
Listen,
yeah, that's what y'all be saying.
She talking about she was getting ready for
I was
you.
just dancing with my girl the whole time, babe.
And then all the time I was thinking of you, just getting ready.
Right.
Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
That's what y'all be saying.
Hey man.
I was dancing
Stop
with
with
my
y'all
homegirl the
dumbass
whole
questions y'all don't want the answers to. Who trying to tell you? Nobody.
I don't be asking no questions because I already fucking know anything.
Exactly. We know.
Whatever.
That's what we try to tell these girls. We already know. We just don't say
We
shit.
don't say shit.
Nah, there be shit that y'all don't know though. We can't even. That's a whole nother podcast.
You know what?
That's
That's a whole nother podcast.
Since you're talking about feelings and all of that, and then you started talking about the female perspective, and this was something that that you threw my way, and I said, sure. I read the text, and I kind of chuckled a little bit. Jen was like, my wife, she's like, what you laughing about? I was like, oh, nothing, I'm just talking to T. So on this route, I'm going to put you on the spot so that you can finish this, because me and my guys probably have nothing to offer for this, and that is this particular picture right here, which is, are they unhappy or are they unavailable? As you can see right now, you have Shorty over here just laying down. You have the guy, I don't know why, his arms is crossed. Maybe she's saying, no, I'm not giving it because I'm on my period or whatever. But she seems to be unhappy. Or maybe he's just unavailable because the game's on. You wanted to talk about it? Camera's on you.
Oh, well, that's not exactly what I meant by unhappy and unavailable.
talk about it.
Let me say that picture again. So let me break that picture down.
Boom.
This is interesting. So I want to see what y'all see. So first of all, they're together. They're in a relationship.
I think so.
Because ain't no motherfucker sitting there caring, like sitting doing nothing. He's doing nothing.
He's watching the game. The Patriots is on.
He's not watching the game.
I think he is. Head down, he's mad. He's like, damn, these niggas.
No, he's not.
Brady.
His face look crunchy.
If he was watching the game, this is supposed to be like a, this is, you know what this is? This is a picture of like, you just don't understand.
I don't think he's watching the game.
No, they don't understand each other.
I feel like she's the one watching TV and he's like sitting in the back looking away and saying, I don't want to watch this fucking dumb shit.
No, that's what you think? All right,
It looks like she's the one watching something. She's looking at something.
They just got through arguing about some shit.
Yeah.
Just laying there dazing off of some TV.
That's exactly what's happening. I feel like they don't understand where each other's coming from.
All right, fuckers. So y'all didn't agree with my picture. So let's go with what Tiara was saying.
Hold up. That was the whole purpose
No,
of it?
No, the purpose of the photo was because she was like, hey, she wanted to talk about unhappy women versus unavailable.
No, so.
That's what you.
No. I said unhappy. Hold on. Hold on. I know what the fuck I be saying. Hold on.
Bobby Dallas.
Look, wait, hold on. We gonna see what.
Charlie Gonzalez. I'm gonna just read his
What did I say, bro? What I say? Unhappy and unavailable. So
that's what I got from that.
No, I didn't say verse. Like, because that's
my man Lou. He has her hands crossed. She mad about something.
She mad about something. Okay, so you know what? Everybody, zap, boom. Y'all forgot about the picture. T, what were you talking about?
All right. So when I said unhappy and unavailable, so this is a woman topic, okay? And this is a mature woman topic.
Grown woman shit.
Grown woman shit, right?
Okay.
So when you get to a certain age, like there are, and even in like whatever your 30s or whatever, there's so many men and women, but we're talking about men because I'm coming from my perspective. Men that are unhappy. Okay, they're unhappy. So they're out here with the vibes, like because they're unhappy, they're out here. And they're looking for happiness. I'm telling you the truth.
I'm just saying that's not the way it works though.
But let it.
Go ahead though.
No, but I'm telling you.
Perspective. You just know me. I'm gonna say some shit.
Yeah.
No. But this is what I want. This is what I want. And I guarantee you, we do this again. I have 29,000 people call in. So men are unhappy. They're unsatisfied. Whatever it is. And I'm not talking about the man who just want to fuck everybody. He's in his 20s. I'm saying you in your 30s. You have a family. This is not really what I signed up for. I don't want to do this every day. Your eye is still out there. So you're unhappy, but so you're putting out those vibes. You're meeting women, but at the same time, you're unavailable. But you're getting yourself into situations. You're getting yourself into situations where a woman is feeling, you in your 30s and you're like, you may not even be talking about your lady, but a woman is feeling like, he needs love, he needs nurturing, he got this, he got that going on. So he's unhappy, and a woman feels that, but at the end of the day, he's actually still unavailable. So the woman, I can't even tell you how many women I know. We're not even going to get into that. Like, how many women you meet a man and you make, concessions for him. Like, he got this going on, that going on, but he's unhappy. But at the end of the day, when it comes to like the time to like show and prove, they're unavailable. They're going to stay in that situation. They're going to stay where they're comfortable. And especially like, and this is a good point. I know a lot of good men who have, started families, and even though they're unhappy and they might fuck around and fuck off, but they still want to do what they signed up to do.
Okay.
So now you're being good to your wife because you're sticking with her, but you have a whole nother relationship and a woman that's tied in with you that doesn't want to let it go. Like I wouldn't name it, but I can name 20 women I know, 20 dudes I know. I probably, over my years of dating, out of 20 men, 18 of them are unhappy and would do anything to be with you. Like anything except leave their woman. But when I say anything, I mean anything. Have a baby, pay your bills, go on vacation, do everything. Everything, because they're unhappy, but they're still unavailable.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give, because I see everybody's chipping at the bits to just.
Yeah, they're looking at me like.
So I'm gonna give everyone.
So we're not talking to happily married men. That's not who we're talking to.
Right, to attack this, because first of all, they should be on some GMS shit, which is grown man shit. I'm gonna start it off with Nyce because I see where he wants to go.
Start off with Peazy.
No, we'll start off with Nyce, man.
I'll start it off. All right, I'm gonna start off.
Go ahead,
First of all, if you're a grown ass man and you're in a relationship and you're just sticking around, you's a fool.
You a fucking idiot.
You's a fool.
You wasting time.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying on some
idiot.
disrespectful shit. I'm just saying it on some like, I'm trying to help you. Like, man, listen, bro. You would do her and everybody else and the next man a favor if you just was on some grown man shit and just let her go. Can't be real. Just be like, hey, listen, we have some kids. We outgrew each other. Put it on you. Say you outgrew me. I'm still immature. I'm not thinking the way you're thinking.
Right.
I'm still thinking about little pedo shit, like little petty shit. You're thinking about more sophisticated things that I'm not in line. We're not a good fit.
Right.
So at this point,
Yo, Cliff just gave 18 dudes that she's talking about.
No, but do you? Who's just
looking at this bitch right now going, hey, yo, babe, we need to talk.
No, but be on some real shit. Do you feel like most men do that? Come on, keep it on some real shit. Keep it on some real shit.
What Cliff said, the problem is the dudes that are like that, they don't understand that that's what they're supposed to do because they're not.
But most men are not doing that. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
They don't understand that shit about themselves.
And it's so,
but they don't want to be a failure. I feel like sometimes they want to be a failure. They don't want to fail their families.
Sometimes failing is losing. You only going to win if you fail. That's how it go.
So call us if you're unhappy.
And I'm saying
we're here for private counseling.
At the end of the day, relationships.
Stop being afraid to change.
Relationships are not easy, right? Getting with the person is easy. Believe it or not, marrying the person is easy. Having a baby with the person is easy.
Yeah, but that bond,
staying together, growing and staying happy.
Yeah,
because we talked
people's
about
ways
and everything, podcast,
man.
You would have known we talked about this a while ago, where we said, you know what? At one point in time, it's okay. We can't all be cool. You know what I mean? But listen, at one point in time, we all have the same plan, right?
Right.
But at the growth is different. You might be like, I'm not really feeling how this is moving, or this person still wants to just, try to use people's, social security numbers for our Comcast. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Or whatever.
That shit happens.
I know it happens. I used to. I had no baby. I had people that give me numbers.
Stop using your kids' social security numbers to get your Comcast right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, stop bouncing from bank to bank. Stick to your safe bank. If you write a check, the money ain't in there. It ain't gonna just magically appear.
Yeah.
There's
said,
growth.
wow.
There's growth. No, but there's growth, right? And at the end of the day, I ain't gonna front, because I was a punk ass nigga too. I was like, damn, I want to break up with this girl, but it's been years. I think I might just stick around and cheat.
But hold on, but hold on, real quick. But that doesn't make you a piece of shit. So
I'm saying I was a bitch for that.
No, but what?
Because you are a bitch though. If you can't.
But I feel like it comes from a good place. I'm not even trying to say that's a bad thing. I feel like for a man, sometimes it's different. I'm just saying, and maybe not for you, but you made a commitment. You made a commitment. You're like, I said I'm gonna do this, right? So you're trying to stick with your word. You don't want to disappoint this woman. Maybe other people that are involved involved in a relationship, like, even if you want to leave and be happy, you feel like you failed her, you signed up to do this, and now you're not going to do what you said you're going to do. So I don't always look at men that stick around like as like they're a piece of shit. They're just like, I said I was going to do this. If I leave her, like a lot of times men, I'm not of the idea that men are pieces of shit and they want to hurt everybody. They know, I feel like men sometimes, they wish they could end it. If they could end it without hurting somebody, they would. But when they look like, I'm going to hurt her, they don't want to do it.
Hurt people. So
no, that's real shit, though. That's real shit.
No,
that's real shit. I know people that was in that same situation. That was the reason why they wouldn't breathe.
Like, I just don't want to hurt her. Like, she did a lot for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's been rocking with me. She's been riding with me. I don't love her anymore. And I cheat. But for me to leave her after she did all this.
You feel stuck with her.
But it came from a good place. That's the thing. It's like, it came from a good place.
Ain't a good place if you don't want to be there, though.
But it came from a good place that he doesn't want to hurt her.
You're missing what she's saying, bro. She's saying that it doesn't mean he may be a piece of shit because he truly just doesn't want to hurt her because he's in a relationship with her. She may have done a lot for him. Yeah. He signed up for something that he didn't realize that he really wasn't ready for, but he's already in it too deep now. And like, because he doesn't want to hurt her, he's staying there, dog. He's staying there.
No, but people grow. But people grow.
That's what we were talking about before, bro. That's what we was talking about before, bro. Like, sometimes you grow and you realize
10 years later,
yo, we growing
about power.
You see what I'm saying?
Shit, I feel that. You can't outgrow people. I do understand that.
That's what I'm saying. You can outgrow some people.
Yeah, you can have 3 babies with a woman, get married, and then 10 years later you're like, we're not on the same page. What if you get together when you're in your 20s and your 30s? It's different, and you're like, damn, but this bitch, I did a bid. She been with me. She had 3 of my kids. How the fuck am I gonna leave her fucked up? But at the same time, you're out.
You talking about power right now?
No, that's real life shit.
Yeah, I hear you, but that's
it's a real situation. What you're saying is
more people go through that than not.
Right. But
how many happy couples do you know? I bet you if we sat around and said how many truly happy couples is fucked up because we don't know how many like happy couples we know. Most of them we know are doing fuck shit.
But even the word happy is subjective.
Happy,
you feel me? It's all like you can't really. You know what I'm saying?
You can't find nobody on this earth that's gonna make you happy except yourself.
No, I'm a happy motherfucker. I want to share my happiness.
You gotta wake up every day and be like, I'm happy and grateful that I'm at this. I woke up and my feet touched this motherfucking ground today. Straight up. And that's the only way you go find happiness with somebody else is if you're happy first.
But okay, hold on. And I don't want to go. This is for another podcast, but I said I forget where I was, but I said there's different levels of happiness. So there's happiness where you wake up and you're grateful, your kids are healthy, your parents are healthy, you're healthy, you're happy. But that doesn't mean like there's other levels, like for me, like getting personal, like I have 3 kids, like I left my marriage, I had to go through like a bunch of shit to come out on the other side and be happy. Like I woke up every day and I was happy, but I wasn't like running home happy. You know, I wasn't what I prayed about being happy. But could I have done that happy forever? My bills were paid, my kids were straight. I could have hung with this nigga for the rest of my life. But there was another level of happiness that I wanted. I wanted to be excited about the motherfucker that I'm with. So there's different, like, it depends on what you accept.
That's why I put on Facebook the other day. I was telling dudes, I'm like, every woman desires to be like submit to a man that she like. Every woman wants that. They want a man that they love submitting
that
to.
They trust enough.
That they look at like he's the illest motherfucker ever. And I told you, I said, brother, if she's not making you feel like that, it's because you're not the one.
And most of us are not in love with people like that. Where we're willing to submit. We're in a line where like you do this, you do that. I don't play this, I don't play.
Women want that man that they can brag about, saying, yo, I love sucking his dick. I look forward to going home and sucking his dick. I love everything about him. Like that's the man that every woman wants. She looking for a man that she loves submitting to. You feel what I'm saying? And like I told dudes the other day, once again, if she's not making you feel like that, brother, it's because you're not the one. You're not. And you're never gonna become the one.
Y'all gonna make me emotional because that's some real shit.
It's a natural thing, bro. You'll never become the one because it's just a natural thing. When she feel like that about somebody, bro, it's gonna be natural on her end. You dig what I'm saying? You're not going to do nothing to create it. It's just going to, I mean, you being you is going to create it, but it's not like it's either she's going to feel like that about you or she's not. Bro.
Okay, so let me say something real quick, and this is so personal, and I have never said this, like, you know, like, and we've been in the barbershop together. I'm like the poster person. I feel like if they were to show a picture of a single person, it was me. Like single, like just not trying to do the most, but getting the most out of life, picking what I wanted. Like I am in love now, right? I waited till I was in my 40s to get tattoos. I got numbers, his name, like, on me. I waited that long, like that real shit where I had no question. Any other time, I wouldn't drive 10 minutes up the street for somebody. Like, 10 minutes
that's
up.
how it felt at the time.
But no matter what they did, and I liked them.
There's nothing wrong with that, though.
But to a point where I would have dealt with a certain dude, like, yeah, I would marry you. You check all the boxes. I'll marry you, but I'm not going to drive 10 minutes for you. But when you meet somebody, he could have nothing, but the way he makes me feel and the way that I love him, I would tat my entire body. And that's what it is. So women, when we have a love like that, we're willing to go for broke. But now we're so used to being so independent, we're like, okay, I'll do this, you do that, like, it's cool, and I'm going to settle for that. Mm-hmm. A lot of us are settling. But that real love, like, women want to feel safe. When they feel safe and they feel like they can submit to a man.
Safe and comfortable.
So many women are running households on their own, like me running a household, 3 young men. I can do all that shit by myself. But when you find somebody that you can step back and say, like, okay, I'll let you do it, or I'll not listen to you, but I take that into account, and I can let you take the lead for a woman. That's everything. And like you said, a man should know if a woman isn't doing that with you, you're not the one.
You're not the one.
You're not. She gonna fuck somebody eventually.
Yeah, she gonna when she find that one, it's you gonna be hurt, bro.
Yeah.
But it's like that poem. I said it before, man. It's a reason, a season, man. People come into your life. For a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
And that's okay.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. And at the end of the day, too, though, it does take some sort of maturity on both ends to be like, yo, I gotta let this person go. It's probably
you can't keep stringing them along. At some point, you gotta be like, yo.
A lot of people do. A lot of people can't let go.
Right, but then once again,
right there,
it goes back to what I think that some with a lot of dudes, it goes back to what T was saying. It's not that they're a piece of shit, yo. It's just that they don't want to hurt the other person. A lot of
people
don't want
to be a disappointment.
You know what I mean? They don't want to hurt because don't nobody. I don't know. I think most people ain't really that cold. Like, don't nobody really like hurting nobody.
No.
You know what
I'm
I mean?
just saying, if tables were turned, more likely the women will cut a nigga off in a heartbeat.
We do, though. But you know why, though? Because we have a more clandestine idea of happiness.
That's just a fact.
That's why we leave. Like, I feel like a lot of times, I've said that before, like, people, like, listen to my vlogs or blogs or whatever, like, sometimes men will put a woman in a position, not even knowing it, but y'all put a woman in a position like, okay, bitch, you want to fuck with me? You gonna go through all this shit. You not meant to be here, right? Like, you put her through a bunch of things to see what she's willing to withstand. Like, and for women, it's like, we know that point of what we're willing to do. Like, we don't treat men, and I'm not saying like it's just the way that the world works. Like, so many men, they're like, I put this woman through this amount of things and she stayed here, so I know she's like a real one. And that's why you don't want to leave her, or you don't want to disappoint her. You don't want to, and when you have kids involved, sometimes there's so many, especially like I see like really good men, like, I hate to say that, like, I've been hosting athletes and celebrities for a lot of years, so they're my friends. Like, they've been taking care of women. So imagine if you want to leave this woman, you've provided everything for her, but you're not happy. But what is she gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, what is she gonna do? Her identity has been attached to you, her money, everything, her whole life. You don't want to leave her, so you go fucking around. She's in pain. This bitch gets pregnant. Like, but you're not actually a piece of shit dude. You're just trying to be happy.
You're creating a mess, though.
But you know what? To speak on that, I see a lot of that, and I'm very familiar with that just because I see it happening. And I'd say in my past life, right? And that's one of the reasons why I broke up with an ex-girlfriend of mine back in the day. I've always been just like a hustler, entrepreneurial person, right? She just never had that mindset. She was like, bro, let's 9 to 5, call a day, and let's just go out to the beach and do this. And I was just like, all right. So at one point in time, I had a hair salon, and I was just like, all right, it's got to be bigger. So I did hair salon and tanning booths. And I was like, all right, so we're going to expand upon this. And I started doing music. Not me as a rapper or anything, but I manage people. She couldn't get that. That's when I was like, all right, we are totally different. And I was with this person for years. I'm talking about a couple of years. And I was just like, damn, it's kind of like a wasted time.
She didn't have faith in your dream,
but
your vision.
not even that.
Your vision, I should say.
She just didn't see it.
Yeah, she
you
didn't
see
have
what I'm
vision,
saying?
yeah.
I want to go back to like power. Like Ghost kept telling Todd, we don't have to sell drugs anymore. We don't want to we have businesses.
Club businesses.
And she was like, nah, nigga, I want that.
She was just a hood booger at heart, bro. Like that bitch.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like,
bitch was a hood booger at heart.
But you can't. But you can't be mad at somebody for that. That's how y'all rock, and that's how we get down, right?
Yo,
There's some women built like that though.
I saw the hood booger in that bitch from the first episode. This bitch
She
ain't
dope,
shit.
But unfortunately,
Bitch
that
ain't
happens
shit.
a lot. And I think if you're not communicating with the person, involving the person with the things that you do, unfortunately, someone's gonna get left behind. You might start off on the same level, and that doesn't mean that that you're better than them. It just means like the aspirations that one wants is different. You know what I mean? And
right.
because of that, conversations get a little stale. It's like, damn, we talking about this same you ever, and that's me, I have ADD, right? But you ever go to like parties, right? Which is why I kind of cut a lot of friends off. And they having the same fucking jokes.
Yeah,
it's like, why do we gotta
rekindle
the same shit that we did before? Can we have new conversations? Can we have just updated shit? You know what I'm saying? Which is why, to me, this is kind of therapy to me. I'm gonna let y'all know. So maybe one day I'm gonna cut y'all a check when they give me a check.
This is good therapy.
Because at the end of the day, there's certain friends like I love to death, but they're just not trying to be different or evolve, or they're just like real cool.
I think
like,
evolve is just the best word.
You know what I mean?
They just
Progress.
They ain't trying to evolve.
Evolve's the base word. All that shit goes into the word evolve.
And that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
So actually, I seen somebody posted on thing. So when I'm talking, they're like, "Oh, this nigga's bragging, or he thinks he's the shit." Nah, bro. I'm just trying to get better. I'm trying to do more. Like I literally want to be able to say, you know what, fellas, we're going to Vegas tonight. How the fuck we gonna pull that? Well, my friend. He has a plane.
Right.
We're gonna get on a plane.
Right.
We're cool.
Right.
And we're gonna hang out. You know what I mean? And while we're there, I got us a gig. I just didn't tell y'all that. They're like, I don't even. Sometimes it's like, do they not have the foresight of seeing that? And relationships is the same way.
It's called manifesting.
You know what I mean? Like if you're like, hey, chick, we need to maybe not eat out every day. Why? I don't want to cook. Because I want to buy a crib. Something as small as that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, how about we don't go out today, or we just make it a Netflix night, or whatever the case. And I think it happens with relationships. Obviously, it's heightened with relationships because you know there's
relationships is different than a friendship though. Like it's way different. Like I can walk away from somebody that I grew up with, bro, like a lot easier than I can a female that. You know what I'm saying? That I'm in a relationship with, dog. Yeah, like it's different, bro. I could walk away from that a lot easier. I think most people can. Yeah. I don't know. That's me. I don't know. Like,
I agree with that. I think it's just
I stayed in relationships longer than I should have because I had love for the bitch.
Yeah.
Like
because you didn't want to. Because what you didn't want to like hurt her or disappoint her.
I mean, that was like, yeah.
He's showing emotion.
You mean like you don't want to hurt her, so you're like, I should have like, you know what I mean?
But that's a good dude.
You mean you don't want to hurt her?
But that's a good dude.
I'm not like indirectly talking about like, I'm saying like this is for real in the past. Like I was with females that, you know what I mean? I was like, damn, I really don't even want to be with her, yo.
Yeah.
Like I don't. I'm out here, I'm doing, like T said, I'm over there, I'm fucking with different females and shit. Right. And it's like, I just don't want to hurt this bitch.
Right, but what's the exit where she doesn't have to hurt? So you're like, you know what? Let me stay in this shit till I figure it out. And eventually she finds out about the side bitch and she's hurt and she exits on her own.
Yo, you know what's crazy is sometimes I used to wish that I would catch the bitch cheating.
Yeah.
I used to be like, I hope this bitch is. I swear to God, I'm not even lying. I used to be like this. I'm dead ass. There would be times I would think, yo, I'd be like, yo.
You want to be the bad guy.
Because it would be so easy.
Yeah,
and you wouldn't be mad. You'd be like, you know what? That's what you want to do.
Yeah, word. I used
do
to
what
be
you
like,
want to do.
I
You
used to be like, yo, why can't I just catch her cheating? It'd be so. If I just caught her cheating, then I'd just be like, bitch, we over. It's cool. I ain't even mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't know how to really breathe, and I used to really think like that. Like,
I've been
I
there.
wouldn't even be mad if she was cheating on me. No bullshit.
I've been there.
I wouldn't even be mad. Yeah, because you just don't really that relationship done ran its course.
Yo, let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question, right? Let's play it out. Because I know I have a feeling I know how it would work. I want to be Negro Damas, right?
Right.
Let's say she cheated. How would you have acted?
If I didn't want to be with her no more?
Yeah.
I probably would have been hurt for a split second, like, bitch!
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
Hold on, that's your pride. That's your pride. That's your pride.
No, it's my pride. It is. It's my pride because I know, like Corey Holcomb said, I know women only fucking fuck dudes they like. He really like this motherfucker. So that shit might hurt me for a split second, y'all.
He listens to me.
You know what I'm saying?
He talks to me.
Yeah, like for a split second, I might be like, oh shit, because she might think he's iller than me. That might hurt my pride a little bit.
You know what? Let's go.
You feel me?
Because I didn't think Nice was gonna.
That might hurt.
No, you know what? Wait. I love being here. You know what's the worst? And God forgive me, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. And please don't. I hope I can't have anybody. But they be like, why you do that? I'm like, I like him. And he make more money. That's what gonna hurt.
Did it get violent after that?
That's
you might run.
A lot of niggas can't handle that type of.
I hope you say that when you have pumps on.
No, that shit. I know, but I learned. But I told him, like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to, like, you thought I was gonna go backwards? I'm going forwards. You know what I'm saying? I like the lifestyle. He listened to me. He make more money. And that's where we're at.
Shit.
Yo, real quick, I want to give a shout out to everybody out here. We're up to 23 shares. Shout out to all these people.
I can't. And then now I know I can't post this video.
We got Karen on there. I appreciate you. Vicky on there. Star Love, Maria Wright on here. We got a lot of people sharing it. Keep sharing.
Don't hit me up.
No, listen.
Don't hit me. All my people.
This is the weirdest shit ever, yo, with dudes. Like, my thing is, remember we talking about earlier, don't ask questions you don't want to know?
Right.
Yo, fellas, when your bitch is cheating, stop asking them this shit, because you don't want to know. You know this. Did you suck his dick? You know you don't want to know the answer to that question.
We talked about that shit in the barbershop.
You know you don't want to know the answer to that question.
And I tell my girls, what do you say? You say no to everything. No.
Listen, if you find out your shorty cheating, you automatically gotta think she did everything.
Everything.
Let that shit go through your system and let it come out. Right. You sit there and start asking the questions and
I would never even ask you.
How do you think we feel?
I would never ask that shit.
Wait, real quick.
You gotta let it go.
A dude would never. Hold on.
I'm not asking that shit.
I gotta know, nigga.
You gotta already.
I already know, bro.
We're not gonna tell you.
I already know.
We're not gonna tell you.
I already know.
I need it confirmed.
We're not gonna tell you unless you a real like fuck nigga, like on some real bad shit. We're not gonna tell you.
T, I'm gonna tell you right now.
If we don't like your ass, we're gonna tell you.
T, nah.
We're not gonna tell you.
Nah, I'm gonna have to disagree.
She didn't like you. I'm telling you, she didn't like you.
I'm using people's history. I'm not gonna say who, but listen. I know of a situation where homie was like, I need to know because you said you did this. Here's the proof you didn't. Let's talk about it.
But why you want to know though?
Because I want to know because I'm psycho, dog.
Yeah,
I don't want to know that shit. Get the fuck out of my face.
Like, yo, I know listen.
I know
it's like,
yo, I'm a machinist. I believe that.
I don't even want.
Can y'all Google that? I think it's machinist. People that like to kind of inflict pain on self. I like that. I tell you.
Like
no, that's a self-sabotager. Like
masochist, you mean?
Nah.
Google it.
Machinist. I don't even know how to spell it. Mashonist.
I know a dude, Cliff, right? Dead ass. I know this dude that used to be on and off with this bitch for years, right? And he used to stay, and I know the female, right? So she used to tell me all the time. She used to tell me this all the time. She used to be like, yo, you know what's really crazy about him? The reason why I will never fuck with him? I'm like, why? She's like, yo, I really think that he's gay. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's some real shit too.
I'm gonna tell you why. Yo, I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why, bro. I say, why the fuck?
A few times.
No, but listen. Yo, I asked her dead ass. I was like, cause yo, he never came off like that to me. He never came off like that. So when I asked her, I was like, yo, what is it about him that makes you think he's gay? You know what she said? She was like, I swear to God, every time I mess with a new dude, he asks me the same question. I'm like, what's the question? She's like, he wants to know if his dick was bigger. She wants to know how big he wants to know how big his dick was.
I say that when I'm
like,
16.
for real? She's like, yo, every 16, dude I fuck with, he wants to know. I'm like, yo.
But I used to say that as a kid. Like I was 16, 17.
That's some
like,
weird shit, yo.
This is how crazy I'm trying to tell you.
That's weird,
I'm a little off.
It's weird.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's weird,
I used to be like,
I make me think when she said that, I was like, yeah, he might be gay, but
I would break up with chick. I was 16 years old. I would break up with chick, And I'm like, damn, she got with this other dude kind of quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what do you guys think? She was already
talking with him, right?
Exactly.
Women already they got him on deck.
They got him on deck.
So I would
They got him on deck. They all do.
They got him on ice. Got him on ice.
Age,
Even if they ain't giving him no burn right now, they still got him on ice.
They know when she gets
They
gotta go
they
through.
know this. They know who they fucking with if they break up with you.
Right.
They know exactly who they fucking with.
Hold on, wait. So I just had to say, I'm like, hey, listen, man, you know, what's with this dude like? Because I'm self-evaluating myself,
right?
And you know, me being shallow Cliff,
right?
And a guy, I'm like, what's his Jones bigger than mine? Like,
right?
Like
only thing it could be, right? That's how you was thinking.
Like,
that ain't a bad way to think, though.
Like,
but yo, that's not a bad way to think, because you like, bitch, I know I'm ill, so what? The only thing I could think of is what, his joint bigger than mine?
That's my point.
I ain't mad at you for that.
That's my point.
But you don't genuinely want to know, like, you don't, like, is a difference, bro. You don't probably you probably don't genuinely give a fuck to know if this dude's shit is bigger than yours.
Right.
Like,
he was this whole conversation.
Word, nah, but listen, bro, I'm bringing it up. Yo, listen, but I'm bringing it up because, believe it or not, there's a lot of weirdos out there, and I know women right now are probably going, yo, Nice is right. There's a lot of weirdos out there that be asking females that, yo, was his dick bigger than mine? For real, was it bigger than mine? Like, yo, why would you want to know that, dog? You're a fucking weirdo. Yeah. That is the last thing that crosses my mind. Yeah, man. That's the last thing that crosses my mind. Like you said, corny. If I know a female's cheating, I'm not asking if she hit him with some head. I'm asking them, bitch, I know how much of a freak you are. Boom. I know you like doing that shit. I know you went down there and you did all that. I know you was slapping it on your face, all that.
Fucking with him. That's
what I mean.
That's how you gotta visualize.
I know that, bro.
I'm gonna curve this conversation real quick.
I know that.
We forgot to mention something, but that was because obviously we were not around. But it was yesterday, International Women's Day.
Oh, yeah.
I posted, so I don't know. I told my girl, I said, hey, babe, I just looked at social media. It's 10 o'clock at night. I want to say I love you, as I always do, and happy International Women's Day. She looked at me, and she's like, all right, and just went back to her business. Y'all posted y'all, but shout-outs to everybody's moms. Shout-outs to, UT being here and every other females.
Thank you guys for having me.
And because of that, now we're not done. Relax, unless you're ready to go.
Hell no.
You had to go piddle, so I was, why you do that?
See, and I didn't want that. Okay.
Nah,
so they shout you out.
Well, listen, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to play a record. I'm going to give a big shout outs to my Haitian sister, Dutch Rebel. Check out this video.
Oh, that's my girl.
Y'all check it out. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all going to the store?
International, well, I can't go because I got to keep doing this. But y'all can do that. But shout outs to Dutch Rebel. Here we go. This is a video. It's a little old if y'all ain't familiar, but this is my shit. It's called Superfly. GMS the party.
Feeling so fly, oh my, throw a change, super high. Let me just do what I like. Feeling so fly, oh my, throw a change, super high. Let me just do what I like. Feeling so fly, oh my, throw a change, super high. Let me just do what I like. Feeling so fly, oh my, throw a change, super high. Let me just do what I like. Now, see, I'm not bent, but I'm buzzing probably. Wasn't gonna say a thing, but I know you caught me. See, I do this giggling thing when they hit my body. Listening to Project Pat, I swear they tryna rob me. They tryna rob me. Big cup in my left, big blunt on my right. Call my bitches up, they gon' miss this flight. Pull up in the front, we wild for the night. Whole day going in the trash. Come downstairs, bitch, make it fast. Pop it, twist it, make this cash. Got one life, so make it last. Swerving, dipping, please don't crash. OG rolling, blow the stash. Blow the stash, blow the stash. I just want this vibe to last. Day was ass, now I'm feeling so fly. Oh my, throw a change, super high. Let me just do what I like. Feeling so fly. Oh my, throw a change, super high. Let me just do what I like. Feeling so fly. Oh my, throw a change, super high. Let me just do what I like. Feeling so fly. Oh my, throw a change, super high. Let me just do what I like.
Shout outs to Dutch Rebel.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Boston's own Haitian princess. Shout outs to her, man.
Yeah, she been
For y'all that ain't familiar, yo, let's kind of pay some fake bills. I want to give let's give a shout outs, man. We got some hats out there, man.
Shout out to my man Cheddar Black. You know Cheddar.
What am this out here?
He hooked
Sevens.
up Sevens. He hooked up with I Am Set Free. He's a designer of the Compound out there in New York. He's a creative Jedi. You know what I'm saying? He makes a lot of collabs. Does a lot of things. He's inspirational in the fashion world right now. He's just a creator, man. It's a nice hat.
I got the red one over there, but I'm too lazy to stretch out. But I want to give a shout outs, man. You know what I mean, to him. Appreciative. Shout outs again to everybody that supported this over here. This is a fight.
Sir. Fight for MS.
Make sure y'all check out the website. Y'all can go to www.alwaysfight.com. Check it out. We got apparel. Join the fight team. There's make sure y'all check out the page as well. Y'all can donate. Continue to donate. We appreciate it. Goes to a really good cause. Also, we got this other fight hat. This, as y'all notice, the ribbon keeps changing in color. And the reason for that is each disease has its particular color. We're going to be fighting for green this time. Maybe you can help me since you're green over there with the Southie t-shirt, P. What's your thoughts?
I'm just in the spirit.
Because cerebral palsy, got some people out there that's inflicted with cerebral palsy. And we're thinking, because it is the month of March is Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month. And I'm thinking we're going to do something. Maybe GMS the podcast can host like a little event. Maybe we can do something at either Boston Bowl again. We can go to Maggie's or wherever.
I like the Boston Bowl atmosphere would probably be dope, man. We'll probably get some people to pull up to that.
It was popping. It was
that nice
popping.
little drink area lounge. I like how that shit is smooth, man.
Yeah, I told you that experience was popping. Yeah, it's popping.
And it's something for people to do like on a Friday night or Saturday night before they go out and do their thing.
Even if we ain't there, come through. Boston Bowl doing this thing, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't know this. I don't know if you know this, man.
What's that?
It's the only place that's open 24 hours.
Yeah, I know that.
365.
I knew that. Boston Bowl has been 24 hours.
A lot of people don't know that. Got a place you want to break night with a girl? Go to Boston Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I feed you till 2 o'clock. Liquor is 1 o'clock.
Liquor's 1. You ain't getting nothing to eat after 2.
Yeah.
That's how I know it's 24 hours because I pulled up.
Yep.
Trying to get something to eat.
But that's when you go downtown. Well, you got to have.
You have to go to Moonville or you go to 7-Eleven right there and get the little ghetto spicy wings.
Yeah. You still mess with those?
Nah, man. You know I'm trying to
I was going to say, leave that. The preservative in those is what kill you, bro.
But they are fire.
Yeah, they are fire. I ain't gonna lie.
They're fire.
You get a little gas in you, you get that, then you eat that. Yeah.
These spicy rings is serious.
I'm a fat kid. I just don't look it like it. Wow, man, I like to eat. But man, shout outs to everybody out here watching us. I want to give a shout outs to my boy Jeff Point. I want to give a shout outs to Reggie. Shout outs to hold on, I'm trying to lose. I can't get you. Yo, Jeff always talking shit.
Jeff funny.
Yeah, he funny. I love him. Shout out to my boy Reggie Reg. What's up, boy? We need you out here, DJ Reggie Reg. Reggie, we got Ronnie Galvo, a.k.a. Cartel. They don't know him. That's when he used to rap. His name is Cartel. You met him at the podcast we did at Maggie's.
Yeah, okay.
Maggie's. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Good Cape Verdean cat out there. But yeah, man, let's go. Let's get to the shit.
For them 7 hats, remember follow at the compound _ on Instagram and I am _ set free on Instagram. That's for the 7 hats.
Yeah,
man.
I think I'm gonna put on.
And at Cheddar Black, Cheddar with an A _ BLC.
Yeah.
On Instagram as well, man.
Real quick, man, let's give a shout outs, man. Something big actually took place today. I don't know if you're familiar. I know you are familiar. I'm just talking ish. But these guys popped up today.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about it.
That's my man Mike right there in the middle. Colb and Cav, those are the owners. Recreational weed sales is now legal in the state of Massachusetts.
Yes, sir.
They are the first 100% recreational dispensary on this side of Mississippi.
Black owned. Wish they did on February, but it's cool.
Black owned. What's that?
Because of History Month.
History Month, cool. Yeah.
But it's all right.
But they got it going. Today was the first day of business. I didn't really speak to none of the fellas over there today because, like I said,
they're working.
They're working, and plus I'm leaving tomorrow, so I was running around doing my thing earlier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And man, I'm just, I'm proud of my man Justin over there and Patrick Hoy. Man.
Yo, this is a big deal.
They're over there working, man. It was a big deal for them, man. Yeah. I just know I just know the dudes that's working there, man, and it was definitely a passion of theirs, man, and they brought it to fruition.
Well, I'm glad to see that, man. One thing that kind of hurt my heart and feeling was, again, I was in the bathroom, so I was looking at Facebook real quick.
I know that's your thing.
And people already talking shit about it, like, damn, it's gonna be crazy in the summer. And I'm like, come on, man, what is with the negative vibes, bro?
You should know how it is out here,
Nah,
bro.
but that gotta change, man. Grow up. Grow up, whoever's thinking like that. Like, you know what I mean?
It's not nice to say, you know what I mean? Like, of course they know they opened up a dispensary in Grove. They are aware of that from the door, but that's one of the main reasons they did it.
Right.
Is because they want to change the community outlook.
Like, and y'all should be helping that. And sometimes just the conversations that is being held on social media, it fuels these fires, man. Y'all really gotta really pay attention to that, man. But
strengthen your words, but you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, what shall be shall be. And them brothers, everybody about over there, PREs, man, they're about a positive cause. They're about change, and you know, and selling recreational marijuana.
I love it, man.
Those who need it, those who enjoy
I love it, and I'm appreciative of just like the work they do. Excuse me, because it's not just to smoke. It actually helps a lot of people. You know, individuals with MS, anybody with various chronic diseases that is trying to get away from these pills. You know, that people are popping out here.
Listen, man, my mom takes like 13 pills because she got the shakes. Like it's like a form of
What, like Parkinson's?
Like Parkinson's, but
really?
she got the tremors, they call it.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? They give her like 13 pills to take. Man, she smoke a joint.
And she's good.
She's good.
Good for her. Good for her, man. Because at the end of the day, like, come on, man. We just need to. I just don't like people talking shit. I just don't like people talking shit, man. You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say about that. But I don't know if you're a basketball fan. Let me talk to you. What do you think is going on with the Celtics, man?
What you mean?
I think they don't have the killer instinct to finish these games. I think they need a veteran, like a Vince Carter, even though Vince Carter asked him too much money and they haven't released him.
You're like the third person who said that to me within 2 weeks, man.
Yo, bro.
I don't think they need a vet.
But they don't have the killer instinct. Okay, let me ask you a question, man. You watched the game, obviously.
Kemba's been out. That's why we ain't been finishing, first of all.
Kemba was there last night and he fucked up.
I didn't watch the game last night.
He fucked up.
Did he?
All he had to do was hold the ball. They would have got fouled. They would send him to the line and he would have tried to hit a bucket. They stole the ball from him and they won the game. Yeah, it's bad. Like, to me, I'm not saying he's not a veteran, but a winning veteran, because he doesn't necessarily come from a winning organization.
Yeah, but he has that persona.
He does. But just because I
seen the change the team as soon as he started playing with him.
Yeah, but like there's an it factor. Also, too, which I'm coming into question, but who the hell am I? But I'm just a fan. Brad Stevens got to do better. He's getting out coached out here. You can't be up 21 some odd points, even though it is the NBA. It is, you know, that's how it flows. But Brad Stevens is just getting out coached. If you call, first of all, he left with a timeout. Instead of calling a timeout to bring the ball half court,
right.
Then you got to set play. Give it to your best player. Give it to the man that's hot.
Who's hot? Shoot the ball.
Hayward was hot last night.
Yeah.
Give him the ball. He would have drove, got a foul.
Interviews about that. I just didn't click it, man.
And to me, I was shocked, bro. A lot of tough losses the past few days, man. But that one yesterday just showed me that they need a veteran presence. Don't have to be scoring. There's someone that just been as one chance, like a Robert Horry. Remember Robert Horry? Shit started getting out of control. They call a timeout.
Like, yes.
Call a timeout. Let's get Robert Horry in the corner, hit a three. He gonna play the defense. He knows situational basketball. Like, we're Bostonians, man.
Right.
We're smarter fans than the average fans. That means that our players should be the same.
Not necessarily, though.
That hurts. Because I don't want to lose that window, man.
We brought Kyrie here and it was more damaging than beneficial.
Kyrie is not a winning basketball player. He was
more damaging. It was more damaging than beneficial. You don't feel that way?
Listen, man.
He had the team rebelling against the coach.
Look at what he just got their coach fired. That's craziness.
That's what I'm trying.
I can't wait for that fuckery to blow up.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's the energy Kyrie brings,
come
man.
on, man.
That's why I'm afraid of a vet. The vet got to come with he got to be a player coach.
But fam, you're up. You're up by a point, right? Inbound the ball. You're double teamed, right?
Right.
Why are you trying to split the defense? Get fouled. They need the ball back. Hold the ball. You can shoot. You're pretty decent in the free throw line.
Kemba?
Yeah. This dude wants to dribble through the double team. He gets ripped. They took his cookies, layup. Game over.
He was nervous.
dog, he
That
wasn't.
was a poor decision making, I should say, on the court.
That
But he's
and-
still learning to be a leader. I see Kemba being a great leader, man. I see Jalen Brown to be a great leader.
I think Jalen Brown.
You know what I'm saying? They got the potential, but like they said, they're young. They got to work the Knicks out.
Okay, so that's what I'm
out.
saying. The window's closed, man. We can't be like, oh, maybe next year, maybe next year, maybe next year. I'm not giving up on this year. What I would like to see, it would be nice.
We still 3, right?
3 is cool, but what is that going to do in the playoffs? Situational basketball is so key, brother.
It is.
And I just don't see it happening. It hurts my
We've
heart.
been in the playoffs the last 2 seasons.
See, hold on.
3
And look
seasons?
we got Jeff talking here. He said, you're going to tell me the other 4 of them didn't see coming. Again, situational basketball, Jeff. It's not just on Kemba. It's on the coach. I think it goes coach, Kemba, the rest of the team. Like, go help that guy. If you see him getting double
Kemba
teamed,
must have felt pressured, though, bro.
he definitely felt pressure. That's why he lost
I
the
didn't
ball.
see the game. That's why I can't speak on it.
when
If
you
I seen
see
the
it-
game, I'll be able to speak on it better.
When you see it, text me. Don't care what time it is. You'll be like, damn, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it just kind of hurt just to see that go down the way it did. Because it was a really good game, and we can't be losing these close games, man.
Right.
Not the way we losing them anyway, man. It's just crazy.
We still one of the top teams in the NBA. Though.
We are.
We got Jason Tatum. You know that kid gonna be the next Kobe.
He is
man.
a superstar.
He's a
Jason
superstar.
Tatum is definitely a superstar.
Fire.
But hey, at the end of the day,
Hot.
it is what it is. Let me tell you who else is a superstar. I'm gonna put it out here. Maybe people ain't ready for this.
Yo, you saw that video I sent you?
Let's do a little politics.
Ooh.
It's an older video, but it's all right.
It's older. Play that.
It's all right.
Shit he was talking on, boy.
People need to know.
They need to know
what
who
they're
Bernie
dealing with.
Sanders is, man. And what he stood up for.
Here's the problem, and this is why the Democrats are gonna lose. Ego. Nice is trying to do something. Ego.
I'm trying to kill this nigga.
Now we're not gonna finish it. But
Can we please talk about the evil E? Let me explain to Tiara,
Yep.
who might not be familiar what's going on with the evil E. We don't care that you're crunching chips.
I'm sorry.
It is what it is, man. Like, you know.
Who don't like
when the
honey
checks come
barbecue
in-
though?
Who don't like honey barbecue? It's cool.
Do you like honey barbecue?
No, but
We fucked up.
I'll fuck with him though.
You know what I'm saying?
What-
But listen,
We fucked up.
Bernie
That was on my shit. I
Sanders
said, yo,
has a lot of ideas,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a lot of people that don't want to see him win, and that includes the Democrats. And this is why Trump will win again. I'm gonna bet $100 with my mother again, because I bet my mother $100 that Trump was gonna win.
Nope.
The Democrats, I'm gonna tell you right now,
Nice to meet you.
y'all might not know this, but there was a period in time where Reverend Jesse Jackson he went for president. Michael Dukakis also went for
president. I remember them
president.
years.
And that clown, and I'm calling Jesse a clown, at that point in time, he should have said, okay, this 10% in votes that I'm getting will hurt Michael Dukakis in winning. And guess what? They lost. The Republicans won. Why? Same shit. History's repeating itself. At the end of the day, let's all put our heads together and say, hey, listen, the trouble or the person that's in office right now is kind of fucking shit up. Let's get him out of here. So that means I might not win nice, but I'm going to team up with you or tell all my people that follow me to vote for you. You know what needs to happen? It needs to be, hey, listen, last year, the last election, it should have been Bernie and Hillary saying, we're not going to win this unless we team up, and one of them concede and say, I'm going to be vice president and you can run the show. But guess what? That shit ain't happening. You know why? Because they're fucking idiots. So that's why I have my guy pumping his hands up right there as you see him right now. But I'm going to tell you right now, they're not going to do it, and they're going to lose again.
Well,
What's your thoughts?
the last 6 presidents did the 8-year term, so I don't know. This impeachment thing, you seen Pelosi rip up the speech and everything.
But-
I just don't know no more, man. Like I lost a lot of faith in politics. The whole Russian vote scandal, man. Like
Oh, they're buying it.
yeah,
But
they've been buying it. So like, how long this been going on? Now that's more coming to the light. Now does our vote really matter? So like, there's a lot of questions in the air. We're not. Nobody's giving us a sense of security that our vote really matters.
I just think this shit's bullshit, man. Nice. I know. What's your thought on this, brother?
Down.
You don't want to get into the politics? Come on, man. You bought your beverage. It's fuel. Get
You're not
into
dragging
it.
me into that.
Nah?
No,
Why?
No.
Talk about it.
I've been said Trump was gonna beat the impeachment, and I've been said he's gonna get reelected.
Impeachment. That shit was just. You guys know what novela is in Spanish? It's called soap opera.
Yeah.
That shit was just soap opera.
This whole election's been a soap opera.
That shit was already decided.
It's a circus, bro. The whole shit's a circus, bro. I be seeing people go so hard for politics, and I'm like, bro, this motherfucker ain't doing nothing for you.
This dude
and
goes
you swinging from his nuts like he just does. Like, I just don't get it, bro. Like, and I'm talking about both sides, whatever candidate they going for. Like, I'm not going that hard for somebody that's literally not doing nothing for me, bro. I'm straight. I'm not going that hard, man. I just can't, like,
The economy been up.
politics is crazy for me, man.
7, 8 days in a row.
Every day. Every day. Not 7, 8 days in a row. It's every day, yo. It's every day.
plummeting.
Like, I
Yeah,
can't deal with that, bro. I'm sorry. I can't deal with that shit.
See, what's your thoughts on this?
I do not think that Trump will win again.
Okay.
I think when voting time comes, so
sir.
I feel like I always have too much to say. I feel like Bernie, I think he should step down. Yes.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Nah, man, we need Bernie.
Bernie.
But he's not gonna end up being. He's not gonna end up being.
You ever listen to Bernie's views?
No,
Why do you think Bernie should step down?
I didn't fuck with Bernie until I watched his interview on Joe Rogan, and then I was
No,
like,
I'm
fuck with Bernie.
not. But for me, I'm not saying that I don't.
I think he's the most genuine person.
I do.
The most genuine dude running.
I agree with that. So and this is and I don't want to go too far into it. Every time I say something, I have 2 minutes. So Massachusetts, what we don't realize sometimes is we are the hub for like education. Okay, so. And we sometimes think if you haven't lived outside of Massachusetts, you think that everyone in the entire country thinks like that, which they do not. So, and what people may not realize is the last election, Massachusetts is the only state, the only state out of 50 states that Trump did not win one county. The only state. All right, so we're different. So you're right. Does your vote count? Probably not. It's not that it doesn't count. It's your right, so you should reserve it if you so choose to. But we're a democratic state. We're
blue for real.
so when there's other states that are swing states, you never know what they're gonna do. Bernie is probably not presidential enough. If you have medical conditions, this is some real shit. So you're not just voting for your presidential candidate. You're voting for whoever's going to be his vice president. You have to take that into account.
I feel like with Bernie, you're voting for his vice president anyways, because by the time if he does get in office, he's already past the average age of an American male's life expectancy. He's already So I feel like essentially you're literally voting for his.
You got to be on some real shit, but he's not going to be the Democratic candidate. He's not.
I think I said from day one, I think the only one that's going to give Trump a run for his money is Biden.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Biden gives speeches like a senile grandfather.
Right, but I'm saying he's the only one that's...
Dog, they got a clip of him.
But he has Obama on speed dial.
When he's running from the U.S. Senate, then he talked about himself in third person like he wasn't talking about himself.
Biden's lost.
You don't even know where he's at half the time.
It's kind of scary, honestly. With Biden.
No, I mean, I get it.
Scripted.
They need to look at it.
He's scripted. He goes out
But he's been in the White House and he's been a vice president.
Words and he says these certain words. That's it.
But let's all understand one thing, right? At the end of the day, regardless who's up there,
I don't give a fuck who's up. Whoever's against.
You have people around you that surround you.
That's
and
right.
Give you decisions, like say, hey, this is what's going on. And that's why I said if Bernie would concede and say, all right, I'm willing to be vice president because we need his authenticity.
He probably won't pick him for vice president, though.
Thank you. And we also need just his ideas. Like Andrew Yang, right? Mm-hmm. That dude is so far in advance of how people are thinking or where people should be thinking, but he did this just to get a splash. There's no way.
He got a job out of this.
Exactly, which is what I mean.
Got a whole
he was
job
never
out of
going to
this.
win.
He was never going to win, but he definitely got a job out of this.
Because this is too far in advance for people. You know what I'm saying? But you need that. If you don't have somebody standing up and questioning things or putting ideas, like offering people $1,000 a month, it's not really anything new. They do it in Canada.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Would $1,000 in your pocket each month help? I know it helped me.
Fuck yeah, what you mean?
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Half my rent.
But guess what? They don't really want... Word.
About coming up with his 500, she come up with the other 500.
But it's got to be interesting for you to ask, like, why wouldn't people want to incorporate that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to ask those questions. But there's some people out there that don't. I want to think it's more than that. I think it's just a planning. Certain people make gain off of other people's misery.
Absolutely.
It's like if you fuck up, you go to jail. Guess who's making money? People who own jails. And guess who else is making money? Attorneys, police officers. It's a trickle-down effect. Nobody wants to see everybody getting money.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So again, we have to ask, let's go with the lesser devil or the lesser evil.
Yes.
And that's why I kind of like Bernie, regardless of age. Regardless of age. Because there's a trickle down, there's a setup. If he dies, there's people in place. It ain't just going, oh, he dies and it's all gone. We're not talking about that show, which is a dope show on Netflix with the designated
designated survivor, right? Yeah, it's fire. Like they ran through 17 people and ended up in him, and he's like, what the fuck?
Everybody died except this one guy, designated survivor, and he became president because they were like, if shit happens, you're safe.
Right.
So there's all these and this is real. It's really a law. So that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, people just got to start thinking outside the box and trying individuals like Bernie, but they're not. The red states don't want that.
Right.
And that's why I said, but we're almost at a disadvantage living in Massachusetts because we are like so intellectually influenced. Like we're in a great space for that, but there are so many. So we're like, we're like one of the number one states for startups, right? We're in the top 5 for salaries. For medium income. There's so many other states that are not in that position. Right. So it's like to me, I always tell people it's like joining a gang. I feel like it's like a gang, right? You want a place where you belong, somebody you can believe in, right? You're fucked up, whether it's true or not, just the belief that you can do better, be better, and you're a part of something, you'll do that. And that's what happens. Right. It's like guns, gays, and God. I'm not against any of that, but there's so many more states that is at the top of their agenda. So they're gonna look at Bernie. I don't think that Trump's gonna win, only because I feel like people are gonna come out more than we never thought Trump was going to be voted into office. So people didn't come out.
I did.
No, I didn't. I think a lot of no.
My mother for that. She laughed at me.
Well, I'll place a bet with y'all. Like 1,500. Everybody in the room. He won't make it this time.
I'm gonna tell you.
He won't make it this time. No matter who it is.
Do you know what's going on in America? Like if we pulled up the map. And that's why the whole shit is fucked up. Certain states have more voting, like electoral votes,
of course,
than others. That mindset is bananas. The popular vote, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, you can win the popular vote and lose the electoral vote. Absolutely.
That he's going to win.
What happened with him.
Because it won't happen again. I said I bet 1,500 against everybody in the room. Like it won't happen again because people are, and I'm not even what I tell people all the time. Like I cried for probably like 5 days.
She said 1,500.
Yeah, because it won't happen again. It won't.
You got it on film.
That's fine. That's fine. It won't happen again.
I'll do payment plans.
I'm not saying it won't be close, but it won't happen again.
Payment plan when the nigga gets back to
because
office.
like
he's something like, all right, my new plan is if you ain't my complexion, you're out of here. Yeah.
But like the people that vote for him are the people that are like it's at two ends of the spectrum. So you have to look at it. It's a marketing play, which is great. Like they strategically chose their voting groups, right? So the rich are gonna vote, and the desolate, the white and people that are not getting anywhere in their life. They live in the middle of Kentucky and they're having a hard time.
That's one of Bernie's votes though. Like
views
though. Like the difference between rich and poor is getting wider and wider and wider and wider.
But listen. Nah.
There's no middle class no more.
I'll tell you this. This is, I think. Go ahead, Cliff. Say what you saying.
There's a middle class. Racism divides that. There's a middle class where there is a middle class.
The middle class is getting decimated right now. There's no middle class.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
The rich are expanding.
Expanding.
Do you know that if you make over 250, 300,000, there's a tax break that you receive. Mm-hmm. If you own an airplane, you take tax breaks. It's no longer about just like old racist.
I benefited.
Like
I benefited off of Trump being in office.
This year would have been, I have it now, but not having insurance this year, if you don't have it, you don't get penalized. But the adverse effect of that is because they want people not to say, hey, I need mass health. to get better. They're like, you know what? Let me avoid the $950 tax hit that I'll get. Let me do that. It's completely absurd how they're doing it. But it's not for anybody that don't make money. That's period. If you look at just the tax codes alone, the things that they're providing is absurd. You know what I mean? We've talked about this real little here as far as empowering certain people.
Right.
But like, bro, let me back it up real quick. How many of y'all knew here, you posted this, and I just learned that, knew that Ayanna Presley's husband was incarcerated for 10 years?
I did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a docu.
He was in Norfolk, bro.
No, you told me. I know after we
Yeah.
started talking and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
I was in
Okay.
2 different documentaries with him.
That I knew off the GMS the thing, and I had to just say it like that because we were talking to the people too. But like now he had to go through that and then explain it to his wife, and then she's like, "Really?" Sometimes people don't understand the things that you went through unless you actually sit down and tell them. And then here's the other part:
People
they
don't
actually have
understand.
to believe you. You feel me?
Yeah, but a lot of people just don't understand, and they'll never understand if they lack empathy anyway. So
how
try
do
to
you-
really
And that's
understand
a
where
fact,
someone
too,
like
though.
Conan was coming from in his life, to understand the person he is now, you literally have to have empathy to really feel and even if you lack empathy, you won't believe anybody like Conan. You'll never be able to put yourself in their shoes. You'll never try to feel what they felt or any of that, bro. So that's a big part of a problem with society, and
That's
even
what-
trying to
isn't
like
that the
even trying to
definition of
hear people
privilege?
like him though.
Like privilege is like you believe that something's not a problem because it's not a problem for you.
Right.
Right.
Like you have to actually experience
Like, yo, he's
it.
probably one of the
Experience it.
most.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
yes.
saying. Like
And that's why
he's-
nice say people have lack of empathy.
They lack
because
empathy,
they never
bro.
experienced
They
that,
never
or nor they
experienced
can
it. So-
relate to it.
Right. They don't think you like. I've had people ask me, and here I go off again on like. People ask me, there's a bunch of shit that I've been through. Like my son's been in the news for a bunch of like whatever it was, like something crazy. And I had somebody at work with ask me like, do you really think that there's racism? I'm like, what? She asked me if my kids were black when they were born. What was the color of their skin? I was on a train one day where there were people talking in like 1 minute. There were people talking about, there was a group of people, whatever, they were talking about cotton picking. They were making jokes. And they said a bunch of stuff, and somebody got up and said something on the train, and he was like, yo, I'm fucking offended. Like, I'm offended by what y'all are saying, right? And he left.
That's wild.
So I sat there, and when he got off the train, they were still talking amongst themselves, and one lady, and I'm just telling you, this is a lesson in life. Oh, older white lady, she's probably like 60-something. She was like, why was he so mad? Because it started by apple picking. Somebody was like, apple picking, cotton picking, this, and that. She was like, why was he so mad? And there was another dude, and he was like, oh, he thinks that we were making comments about whatever. So I was sitting there, and I thought of that like saying when people say, like, what would you do if you, back then, right? We all think we would do a bunch of shit. So I said, what am I going to do right now when I see this shit going on? So I got up, and I went over to them, and I said, it's really not my business, but I was listening. And I started to explain to them, you know, like, when you say cotton picking, that resonates with certain Americans, right? So African, right? And
Slavery, just say it. Slavery.
Right. And I explained it to them, and I said, so for them it's sensitive, and I said, and the problem is there's a disparagement between where you feel like that doesn't apply to you, but we're all fucking Americans. That's a fucking American history. So it should affect you the way that it affected them, and that's why he felt that way, and they were shocked. And I swear to God, they were like. Probably like 6 or 7 other like white people on the train that were like, I feel the same way. And I said, so I'm not coming here to make you feel bad, but it's just to impart knowledge on you. This is how people feel. If you haven't, I understand you haven't gone through it, but it resonates with certain people.
What's your nationality, real quick, T, for the people that don't know?
None of the above.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
None of the above.
I'm white and Filipino.
Okay. All right. Just even that, right? So I kind of have friends everywhere, as I think a lot of people do, but some people don't, right? For example, if I were to say to you, hey, you're Vietnamese, what would you say?
I'm not Vietnamese.
Okay, but just that. I'm not saying it was a tone.
No.
It was a tone. It's human, right?
I'm not.
If we don't talk about that, right? Like my boy, he's Vietnamese, but the Vietnamese are the niggas of.
I thought Filipinos were.
Filipinos are because we're
Ask him that. And
No,
we might,
no.
we might
I
fly.
thought
you're right.
Filipinos, Cambodians, then Vietnamese.
But you're right because Filipinos are Malaysian, we're Malays, so black. But like, and we can talk. That's a whole nother
y'all are
show.
like the darkest
But
skin
here,
Asian.
I've been called everything that you can imagine.
Them and Cambodians.
See,
What do you think
okay.
I'm called most of the time? I've been called a nigga. Like most of the time, that's what I'm called everything that you could imagine. I deal with a bunch of racism. People ask me all the time, what are you? Who the fuck are you? Like a bunch of shit.
So
and
now, but because of that experience that you go through, there's empathy for blacks or other cultures or people that go through this type of shit.
Yeah, because I wasn't accepted
So
anywhere.
If you're, let's say, sorry, Nice, you're Caucasian, but you're dealing with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You're Caucasian and you're rich and you don't have any of these type of problems and people talk about it. You're going to be like, they're lazy or this is going on. They just want to sell drugs. They want to be hip hop. They have no idea. You feel me?
No, but for him, I want to speak.
Not for him. I talk shit to he knows where I stand.
But
with him.
social,
You know what I'm
economic
saying?
wise, like you
That
had the
kid is
same
killing
type
it.
of problems.
Oh yeah, that's why I don't really. I just stopped arguing with people that be
Authentic.
like, "Oh, you just
Mouse
wouldn't
kid.
know because you're white." I'm like,
But if you grew up in a broke area,
I don't even argue with them. I'm like, all right.
you grow
I
up
wouldn't
in
know
this.
what it's like to be harassed by police. All right, I was harassed by police.
Of course
I wouldn't
you
know
are.
what it's
Yeah.
like to be followed around a store.
Because
Followed
they're
around
gonna
the
look
store.
at your clothes,
I
they're
wouldn't
gonna look
know
at
what
what
it's
you
like to
drive
be-
and talk to you.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't know what it's like to be targeted for the color of my skin. I've been fucking targeted for the color of my skin in the hood all my life. Okay, like I'm past that now.
And you catch it from every direction because
I've
people
learned,
gonna call you
yeah,
everything.
I've just learned not to deal with that shit. Like I don't argue with people no more about that. You can't tell me that I don't know what it's like if I've experienced something. I'm tired of people telling me that.
Well, it's the same.
You don't know
shit.
what it's like. You're not this. All right. Dog.
It's the reverse of
Like,
what
all
you
right.
feel too when
I've
you're working,
experienced
right?
what like. How can someone tell me that I can't have a conversation with somebody, right? Because they say, oh well, you don't experience this or you don't. And I'm saying, yo, I did experience that, right? Like I experienced what it's
Simple,
like
bro.
growing up being poor.
people read
I
a book by
experienced
its
what it's
cover,
like
bro.
coming from a broken home. I experienced what it's like being harassed by cops. I experienced what it's like having police officers falsify police reports on me. I experienced what it's like being attacked for the color of my skin, bro.
Right.
Almost all the beef I ever had growing up was because I was white.
Right.
Yep.
Right? They always thought the
For
white
sure.
kid was the weaker link, right? I dealt with that all the time.
Test you
Right.
every
Me,
time.
I know what it's like walking to the fucking store by myself, being scared that I'm gonna get robbed walking to the store because I'm the white boy and they gonna jump out on me and rob me for my shit, bro.
That's
Don't
some real
tell me
shit.
that I can't have a conversation with somebody based on experiences. If I'm telling you I fucking experienced these things, you should just respect the fact that I'm telling you I experienced these things and don't tell me, well, your experience is still different. It's like, all right, dog, all right, bet. Don't get me wrong. I agree. There's certain things in America that white people will not experience that African Americans or minorities will experience, right? There are some things, right? But if I'm telling you that I'm having a conversation with you and you're telling me certain things you went through and I'm telling you, oh, yo, I went through that too. Oh, I went through that too. I went through that too. Don't minimize what the fuck I'm telling you, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're not going to get nowhere. We're not going to get nowhere.
They
You
judge
understand
you
what
off
I'm saying?
skin color. They ain't judge
Right,
you off
right. I'm
what
saying,
you
like,
been-
I
what
know,
you been
but
through, your
I've
background.
learned now to just be like, once I see that it goes down that road, I've learned now to just be like, all right, bet. I move on.
Right.
I move on. I'm not going to engage in that conversation, brother.
wasted
Because we're
energy.
not going to
Yeah,
get
wasted
nowhere.
energy.
We're not
Right.
going to get nowhere. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of people that will engage in that conversation. You feel me? But you always deal with I always get the select few people that, you don't know or, they think because it's just, I grew up a certain way, right? I'm not trying to appropriate no culture or nothing, bro. I'm the streets. I don't know what color you want to call the streets. I don't know. I live the street life, bro.
call 'em
That
green.
gangster shit can be white, black, whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
There's
Socioeconomic.
gangster shit is
Definitely a
gangster
fact.
shit. Like I tell people, I don't know what you're talking about. Like I grew up living a lifestyle of on some gangster shit. That's what the fuck I grew up living, bro. That's what it is. All right. So I don't know what. Oh, you appropriate this or whatever. Hey, if that's
You
your
know what
opinion,
it
that's your
is?
opinion. That's fine, bro.
Nice. You know
but
what it
like
is?
I've experienced a lot of shit that everybody in the hood has pretty much experienced,
Yeah.
bro. That's where I'm from. So when you tell me that like my experience ain't the same, all right, fine. That's your opinion, bro. I'm not gonna argue with you about that shit. You know what I mean? I'm just not. I'm not.
It's because it's not necessarily documented As far as your perspective,
right.
the only person we can say
it's like
is
reading a book by its
perspective
cover.
is 8 Mile.
Like that cliche line.
That's really
That judging a book
legitimately.
by its cover shit.
That's
right.
basically
You
what
know
it
what I'm
is,
saying?
bro.
There's that, and there's y'all remember that movie Kids?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's really, there isn't more of a depiction of that. And I think it's because people go off of history. That people in their mind are going to say, why would you be in the ghetto or in the hood? Like, what's your struggle? What's your reason? You know what I mean? And for that, I respond like, nobody wants to just say, hey, I want to go to the ghetto. I want to go to the hood. Because I think it's fucking cool.
If you live in these places, you know that there's...
And if you do,
There's the Asian family, there's the
crazy.
white family. Yeah, the majority of the hood might be like black or Cape Verdean.
No, but you know what I'm saying, though?
But there's always the other families that's mixed in between, though. You
understand what I'm saying? There's some
We all
people
grow up
that's
together,
like,
man. That's how it's always been for me.
Some people are like, oh, I went in there. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm pretty sure. Like I said, I had friends that I go to their place, like their houses and shit. I'm like, wow. Like me, I lived on Capon Street, right? And this was like in the 80s, and Capon Street was pretty fucked up. Right. And then Pops was like, you know, Haitian people, we scared. Especially my Pops was like, I'm getting out of here. We left Capon Street. We went to 26 Bluefield Terrace in Mattapan. Then it became Murder Pan. My father was like, God damn, what's going on? My bike got stolen. People get killed. We moved to Randolph. In 87, we moved to Randolph. You know what I mean? And now I don't know what the fuck happened to Randolph. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It ain't, whatever. But anyway, we'll talk about that another day. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, to me, if you don't have an experience or have friends to have these type of conversations, be like, damn, you went through that shit too? Like, really? I didn't know? You are somewhat ignorant. But what makes me funny, it makes me laugh, to go bring it back to politics, is that there's all this outcry. We have all these technologies in front of us, people saying, hey, listen, there's black people getting beat up and all this other stuff, people getting killed. There's an addiction issue that's out here, this and that. But the people that actually make the decisions, right, to fund programs, they have zero, they're not familiar with any of that. Yet they're supposed to be representative of the people. Right. You see what I'm saying? But I think, which is what you said, and I'm trying to change it, because I know you listen anyway. I don't believe you. Because Nyce is knowledgeable of that. Nice knowledge. See the punch?
Yeah.
We're not getting
Hey.
Yo, if this guy would fucking send it, I'm sorry. If the guy would send this video, you'd have, he got his logo.
Shit, I don't know, where the fuck is mine?
I'm waiting. I think it's because you're white.
My shit looks fire.
My shit is crazy, bro.
My logo looks fire.
I need a logo.
But no, representation of the people, right? So if they actually listened, maybe shit would change. But this is my thing. I don't think the people higher up want things to change.
No, of course they don't.
Some
of course they don't.
Some don't. But I keep telling everyone, if you got this old guy, I don't care if he's using a walker, he's got ideas, give him a chance. If you gave the guy who's grabbing pussy a chance, Trump, shit, what we gonna lose? We got shit to lose.
There's allegations about all of them, though. There's things about body being inappropriate.
We're humans, fam. There's no one that's been in a bubble. And if you've been in a bubble and you didn't
got
create
ate
some
up because
problems,
he had like 8 NDAs on his ass and shit.
Listen.
Warren was trying to get them shits opened up.
To me, I don't know about y'all. If you're not a little dirty, I don't really trust you. That makes me a little nervous.
You have to be through some shit.
What happened is the office environment culture changed after Me Too. So now
let's not go there.
I'm just saying, it's the fact, though.
Let's not go there. That's dying out, thank God.
I was born in 78. Talked to my mother. She told me the 70s was a free fall. Everybody was touching everybody.
Hold on. So
that's okay.
Which may be true. I want to say
times have changed, man.
I want to say something real quick about here we go. Like real quick, I always have my like 1 minute. Like I have 3 sons. You guys know that?
No chip.
So I have 3 sons. Grown men, middle men, young men.
I ain't get shit.
Sorry, you didn't say you wanted chips.
I got crumbs in there. I got you.
So I have 3 sons, and I study. I have 3 sons that are African American. Like, and my kids will tell you. So I'm white and Filipino. Their father's black, and to them, so there's a. I have
all your kids look black.
Right. Yeah. I have 2 minutes. So if you ask them, they're like, you know, they'll tell me like. I'm just gonna say that, like, mommy, I'm a nigga. Like that's where I'm at.
That's what my man used to say.
Right, with my life.
That's what his nationality is. That's what.
Yeah, that's how they feel.
To be
right?
like, yo, you're crazy.
So there's 3 of them. So I have my kids are pretty dark to be mixed kids,
right.
but my youngest one is lighter skinned, right? So they would talk about him when he was younger. So I would, right, exactly. He'd be like, I'm not no white boy, right? I hit him like, fuck you, white boy, get over here. And he'd come in the room like, I'm not no white boy. But so they grew up in Brockton, which I call Broketown a lot of times because I didn't love it there.
Funny thing is, dudes out there be getting crazy paper though, but that's another story.
But I didn't love it there. I got robbed 6 times when I lived there. You know, my oldest son.
I should call it the broken too, not because
you and Cliff. You already know my oldest son. We're not gonna say whatever about him, but he went through a lot of shit. Like the shit that you see your kids go on the news, like that's like. I've been through that armed robbery, World Star, all that shit. With
man, Brockton's not for everybody. That's
like but like my son is not like he gets it cracking. Like my older one, he gets it popping, but from a fighting sense. Okay, so like he was always fighting or whatever. He's the darkest one out of my kids. He grew up mostly in Brockton. I had to move out of Brockton to get him somewhere. We're not going to say where because I never say it right. Somewhere safe. I remember their dad was like, that's the stupidest shit that you could do. And I'm like, so I need to keep my kids safe. And I remember when I moved where I moved, they're like, there's no niggas here. I said, well, there's 3 of them. Shut the fuck up. Go to school and don't get shot. Like that's what we're doing. So my oldest son, which I was surprised, who came from Brockton, he had all different kinds of friends. He had white friends wherever he moved to. He was fine. He was secure where he was. My middle son is an athlete, so he's a running back. So he ended up competing against Brockton, and most of his friends were African American because that's where he was. But the town loved him because he's the fastest kid in the town, right? So I didn't deal with the racism as much for him. And then I watched my son, who was the lightest skinned one. He gravitated more towards being like the bad boy, you know. So I watched them because I'm like, you know, you're not even in that. Like I watch all of their past, I watch who their friends are, I watch what they do to see how 3 young black men navigate through either the suburbs, like
the individuals.
You know what I mean? Like
I got 5 daughters, all 5 of them.
But seeing how society affects them. Mm-hmm. From where I live, I'm the only single mother. I have more kids than everybody else, and I have the only but teaching, like for me, I teach my kids like, you know, you're God's first and then you're a black man. I have to tell you and I tell mothers that all the time. I have to have conversations with my sons that a lot of people don't have to have with their kids. Teaching them how to be a man, but at the same time, don't get shot, don't get killed. And like real quick, there was I got a lot of hits and all this from when I put this up. So my son, one night he called me, my oldest one, he works at a club. So he comes home at 3 o'clock in the morning, drives a Beamer, has cash because he works at a, at a club in Boston.
Casino too. I've been meeting him there.
No, he
yeah, he does. Sorry. Ooh,
but he does pretty well. His credit score is better than mine, motherfucker. But so he came home one day and he said, "Mommy, they towed my car. I need you to help me get it in the morning." He said that they pulled him over, they towed his car. He, in the midst of him getting his car fixed, he switched insurance companies, so he didn't register his car. He forgot. But he told them when he pulled him over, "I can do it right now online. I have no problems, nothing. Can I park my car, give you my
10
keys?"
days to do it. How long is he going?
I'm not sure.
Negligence.
Longer than that. No, but he told me. He said, "Can I pull it over?" He told the police, "Can I pull it over? I'll give you the keys and I'll come up tomorrow with the paperwork." They said no. When he came home, I never heard of that shit. I said, "Where you get that from?" He said, "My white boys tell me I can do that." No big deal. He said the night that they pulled him over, the guy that came and towed his car, they started going through his vehicle. And he was like, "What are y'all doing?" The police said, "We're doing an audit." So he's like, "So audit my shit, motherfucker." You know what I'm saying? Write that shit down. Right. I have a lot of shit in the car. And the dude from the tow truck company was like, "They can do whatever they want to do." He was like, "Nah, they can do whatever they want to do to you. They're not going to do whatever they want to do to me." So I already knew when we went up there in the morning, it was going to be a problem. We come up there, he had everything registered, everything was fine. He had the paperwork, and they said, "We have to call the police." And he was like, "No, if a statey pulled me over, they will take this and let it go. I have my money, I have my paperwork, let me get my car." The shit went into a big other thing, crowbars, everybody comes outside, and I'm trying to let my son be a man. So I'm sitting in the car and I'm watching everybody come out, 5 old guys with crowbars, so then I have to get out. So by that time, we're all getting into a big argument, and the older guys are like, "Fuck you, bitch," because they think I'm his girlfriend or something. And I'll never forget, as we were walking back, the dude was like, "I hope Trump knows what to do with you." I never in my life. And I was like, "Trump? You think he give a fuck about you? The only nigga with a Beamer is this motherfucker right here. Like, we went through all, and then when we got home.
That's the energy Trump promotes, man.
But my son got home and he argued with me and he was hurt. And he'll probably kill me for this. He cried and he was like, you didn't stick up for me. You didn't let me do this, this, and that. And I'm just saying, like, and people can comment on this. As a mother, I said, for me, I have to make sure you come out in one piece and you come out with your shit. Yeah. Like, that's all the fuck I care about. All that matters. You not like, we can,
if you outnumbered.
Yeah, we can blast on them. We'll blast on them and run them over. But me and you go to jail, we still got to pay to get your car out. Like, you got to come home in one piece. But we came to me and him. He was like, you don't understand. You don't understand how they treat me. Me and my son had to deal with the racist shit. But then he came back, like, you know, the next day and he was like, you right. And I said, it's fucked up, but you have to be safe. You have to secure your shit. The least amount of money you have to push out, the least amount of effort. Like, yeah, whatever, motherfucker. Give me my fucking car. Like, it's whatever. Like, it's whatever. Why beat them up? They don't care. Like, they don't care. You're going to go to jail, not them.
That's kind of what they want at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's what they want.
That's their business.
But at the same time,
for kindness.
For a young man, but if you get to the organics of it, he wants to feel like a fucking man. I want to feel like a woman, and he wants to feel like a man. And as a young black man, I have to take that away from him. Yeah, no, but I do. But I do have to take that away from my son.
You didn't take nothing away from him. You was being a mother to your son. What the hell? He was facing 3 dudes with crowbars.
No, I get it. But at the end of the day,
you gonna send your son into a fight with 3 men with crowbars?
I wouldn't.
Get his ass kicked?
No, but at the end of the day, I have to teach my son, and that's what I'm saying. I have to teach my son to not be a man in certain situations to save his life. It's fucked up. Yo. It's unfair. And it's unorganic.
But I'm saying, well, like, if any parents watching their kid, regardless, get approached by grown men with crowbars, and my kid by himself, white, black, purple, I'm like, motherfucker.
No, but I get it. But
I'm not. I disagree with you saying I'm teaching him not to be a man. No. I don't think you should take that perspective. I think you should teach him that there's a difference between being a man and being foolish.
No. Okay, so I'm saying in that sense.
Because I done seen motherfuckers lose their life over being foolish, thinking that they being a man.
Hold on, but if he gets pulled over, right? So I've worked at law firms. I've been managing law firms for 15 years. I work for a Superior Court judge. She's the youngest black, gay, like born in Mississippi, raised in Chicago, Georgetown law, Harvard law, like the youngest black Superior Court judge in Massachusetts history. She comes to visit me and she gets pulled over. And we have to so I have to tell my son, so maybe that's not a good example, but I have to tell my son, you get pulled over, you have to be a bitch because you do. You can't do it. You cannot reserve your right as an American.
You can't. When they initially come to the car, talk to them properly. If the tone switches on their end, that's when your tone switches back.
Nope, that's not always the case.
I'm saying, I'm telling everybody comply, but I get what you're saying. I'm gonna tell you like this. All right, this is where
you can't tell your son to be a. I can't have him be a man.
This is what I'm saying. If I had a white kid. I don't have to tell my white son not to play with toy guns in the park.
Right.
I don't have a white son. My son is mixed. I have to tell my son, you can't go to the park and play with no fucking toy guns. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference there.
Yeah,
you know
there's a difference.
I don't ever have to tell my son he has to be less of a man about certain things. I just have to tell him, don't be a fool.
No, but hold on. All right, but not being a fool, but you can't even reserve your right as an American.
But a lot of people can. Like a lot. That's the thing with these cops. A lot of people can. A lot of people can't with these cops because a lot of these cops be power tripping. And when people separated just by race, now I'll tell you this. I've studied this. Minorities, especially African Americans, are more likely to get their ass whooped by cops.
And shot.
I get it. No, they're more likely to get their ass whooped by cops. People that grow up in counties that have high homicides rate, whether white or black, are white people with 3.5 times more likely to be shot, black people with 3.7 times more likely to be shot. You know what I'm saying? So the factor is the homicide rates in whichever county you live in. You know what I'm saying? If the homicide rate's high, you're dealing with officers. Which are predisposed. Because you're dealing with officers who are seeing things that other officers aren't seeing, right? If you have an officer that fucking is in East Bridgewater, he's not seeing kids with their fucking brains blown out his first week on the job, right? So his reality of making it home at night is a little bit different than the officer in the hood who was the first week on the job, saw a kid with his fucking brains blown out. You know what I'm saying? So they're naturally, this is what, now I'm not saying it's true, I'm saying that they're starting to think that maybe that. See, this motherfuckers over here are more likely to fucking, you know, I might shoot you a little quicker than this motherfucker over here because he hasn't experienced what I experienced being a police officer because he hasn't seen the shit that I've seen being a police officer. He doesn't realize that life can be taken from you like this. So, motherfucker, I will shoot you 10 times faster than this motherfucker over here will. You understand what I'm saying?
Hold on. I understand.
I'm not saying that race doesn't always play a factor.
No, but here's where it does play a factor because when you're it absolutely does.
They're starting to suggest that like it seems to be when now this is just an article that I've read and it was from Quillette magazine, which is more of like I would say it's not conservative, it's more left than anything, you know what I'm saying? But they found a study that like what they found was that people in these counties or areas that have high homicide rates, right? They're like, yo, black people are 3.7 times more likely to be shot. White people are 3.5 times more likely to be shot. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
So they're starting to say like, yo, it's not so much about race. The one thing that does play a factor with race is that African Americans in particular are more likely to be assaulted by cops or more likely to have non-lethal force used on them than anybody else.
But they're also more likely to inhabit the areas that you're talking about that are targeted, systematically. Regardless of what you say, if you're saying like, okay, so we pick these 4 counties, like their homicide rates are higher, like, but the African American inhabitation of those areas are higher systematically. So regardless of how
it's all by design at the end of the day, though.
It's all right. No, it's all about design, but it's real shit. So when you're talking about, we can go back for whoever.
The neighborhoods will put together like that.
Right.
Listen.
So, but that's where we're at.
You know what redlining is, right? You heard of redlining, right?
Absolutely.
So that's why certain neighborhoods were made a certain way. That's why you have a group of people living in a certain area and they quote unquote want to call it the ghetto. Call it the hood.
But we're talking about. But when you talk about systematic racism, when we're talking about ownership, like, hold on, like, real quick, we don't. This is too far. We don't want to get into all. I don't want to get into all that.
Grown man shit.
No, I don't. So I get into this with people a lot of times. So if we're talking about like, and I get it, like if you pick these 4 areas and you're saying like, you know, white people and black people are treated the same, but what I'm telling you is the concentration of where people are living, it's there. So it's always going to be offset because there are certain neighborhoods, or most of the neighborhoods, 70% of the neighborhoods, black people are not, or African Americans are not inhabitating. Like, you're talking about systematic racism, ownership over generation over generation over generation over generation that are placing people in a position where they're not going to be able to get out of for a long, very, very long time. So they're going to be predisposed to that treatment for a long time. So if you look at it, you have 70% of white people that are not going through that, 30% of white people that are going through it, but 90% of African Americans that are going through it.
But
so
it goes
it's always
back,
going to be a disparity.
But again, though, like I said before, I think it all goes back to experiences and communication and conversations, right? That's why it's extremely helpful and extremely powerful that these type of conversations are had, right? Because I'll give you my personal experience. I was in Randolph, right? No, it's good. But I think the very first thing should be is making sure that your child comes home. Mm-hmm. Check your ego at the door and come the fuck home. If there was laws violated, you can go through the steps, which is not easy, but at least your baby is home. Nobody wants to bury a child. Nobody wants to be wearing pins. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to be like, oh, it was wrong. There's plenty of those stories. Mm-hmm. I tell that to all of my friends. You know what? Listen, I get pulled over. My name is Clifford. How are you, sir? Is there anything I can help you with? You know, I'm a card carrying, I'm a gun carrying guy. There's a gun right here in the compartment. Here's my license. All of that. You know why? I don't know what that person's personal experience is with the melanin right here, or me wearing my hat backwards, or whatever it is that's gonna make them nervous. So instead of guessing, I'm just gonna dial it down.
They automatically approach the car
turn on the switch.
With a certain tension. They're probably more unfair than you are.
It doesn't mean that it's right, but he or she also
Why
has
are
to
they more unfair?
I don't know that.
You already just said because they're seeing different things than other police officers have seen.
That is a reason. That's a major factor.
That's a major factor. It's a major factor.
Who kills? All right, T. Let me ask you a question. What's the race of officers
why are they unfair?
Listen, T. Hold on.
Organically to.
Let me ask you a question. What race of officers kill African Americans more? What race of officers are killing African Americans more? Who are you likely to get shot by when a cop? Is it a black cop or a white cop more likely to shoot you? It is.
Because they know what motherfuckers do.
But it is though. It is though.
And they probably gonna say
it is though.
know
It is though.
do.
It is though. But you wouldn't know that because the fucking narrative that's being pushed is that it's nothing but racist white cops going around targeting African Americans solely based on the color of their skin and fucking shooting them and killing them. That is the narrative being pushed.
They just nervous, trigger happy.
Now listen. Now does it happen?
Why are they nervous though?
Hold on. But does it happen? It does. But you know why? Because there's plenty of videos.
Why does it happen?
You know what I'm saying?
Why wouldn't they be nervous?
But wouldn't you prefer to take the high tolerance?
They're working in a high tolerance area. They're working in a high tolerance area.
It's the same reason why the average person in the hood knows that it's dangerous to walk to the store by themselves.
Facts.
It's the same reason, dog. Because you know what the fuck goes on in your neighborhood.
Right.
Same thing when a cop been working there for 20 fucking years. He knows what the fuck goes on.
I think we just need to just respect everybody's personal space,
brother.
And if once you do that,
if you've been dealing with sheeps all your life, and you are dealing with a lion all your life, you're gonna know that you can't approach them the same way.
Exactly, bro.
You're gonna know. Yo, you can't approach them motherfuckers the same way. It's different over here. They live in totally different over here.
Okay, so hold on. So systematically, how do we get there? So systematically, how do we get there?
Conversation. It's not.
No,
I'm not keeping it real with you.
I'm not denying systematic
systematically,
racism.
how do we get there?
See, honestly, there isn't a blanket answer. There isn't a blanket answer.
No cops involved in the neighborhood knowing the people in the community.
But I
police don't know about that no more. They don't care about these kids.
But how do and I'm not trying to. But how do if you have people that if you have a community that if you have a community that's oppressed, right? A community that is I know because I'm getting like. But if you have a community that's
I like that.
So like, and I don't want to go too. I feel like I'm always going too far with everything, right?
We are here.
So when we always talk about, so when I sit down and talk to people, I always say like, okay, so if we go back to like slavery, I'm not trying to go so far back, but you go back to slavery, so you're going to grabbing people, right?
Years.
So you're going to grabbing, right? You grabbing people, right? You just going to grab them, you clobbering them, right? Right, so the strongest survives. So whoever survives on the boat, whoever's weak, whoever's skinny, whoever wasn't strong enough, you got diarrhea, you throwing up, they chain you and they throw you. They chain you together and they throw you in the water. So only the strong survive.
But that's
you know
that.
No,
but you know. Okay, hold on. Let's also though. African slaves weren't the only ones that were being treated like that.
Yeah, no, I know that. But
okay, so no, because in America people think that slavery is only fucking.
My people pick. My mother told me to pick fruit.
Slaves were treated horrible all over the world.
But that's because
treated
we're not
fucking horrible.
But that's because Nice, we're not educated on the rest of the world.
Right? No, I get
that. Absolutely. We think we're it.
Like Dr. Thomas Sowell, who's an African American, brought up a fucking valid point. He said the reason why, and people really don't understand, but he made a valid point. The reason why it was so publicized in America is because not everybody was okay with slavery in America. Not everybody accepted as just a moral way of life. There were a lot of people who found it to be morally reprehensible, so they documented a lot of the shit that was going on.
Because they came from other countries to get away from the bullshit.
Right, exactly. Okay. Right. But see, when you went around the world, right? Around the world, slavery was practiced through it was just a worldwide institution,
Absolutely.
right? It was just a worldwide institution. So it was just a way of life. People just accepted like, oh, they're just, it was normal. Oh, they're just a slave, right? They're just a slave. That's hey, that's what it is. But when you have people in a certain place where not everybody is on the same page, right? Some people are like, hold on, whoa, hold on. That's just not all right. That's not all right, right? And then
which is great, which is what I love. Which is what I love about our country.
I like to always bring that up because
absolutely
when people talk about slavery, right, they don't mention the fact that it was fucking slaves were treated like fucking shit. All over the world, bro. All over the world. But you do hear more detail in America. But like Dr. Thomas Sowell said, the reason why you hear that, right, is because there were a lot of people that were not okay with slavery. You understand what I'm saying? But people will talk about it and try to make it out like, oh, America's so bad, slavery. Yeah, it was an ugly time. But there were places where people were treated just as bad, and everybody was cool with it. At least over here,
that was normal.
At least over here, you had some people that were like, yo, we not okay with that.
That's not okay. Go ahead with that comment.
The Romans was ill.
Yeah, bro. They was all right with that shit. They was all right with that shit.
Yeah, they was all right.
They was all right. They didn't give a fuck what color you were.
Here's the problem, though.
They use motherfuckers as forms of entertainment.
The problem with slavery is that the most publicized and documented is America.
Yes.
And
that's it. It's documented
and
crazy.
The problem also is that it's happening to African Americans that are now legitimate Americans and are still going through shit.
Right, still
now,
going through shit, right.
I'll give you guys a little bit of history lesson.
It's a name for that. They call it a certain effect. What's it called?
What's that?
Like, you still going through the same situations that... It's a term for it. Never mind. Go ahead. Go what you saying.
Canada. If you go to Canada, before they give they sing their anthem, there's a quick little 30-second blurb that gives props and say that we, or Canadians, took the land from the indigenous people. Reparations were provided to the indigenous people.
Which we didn't do.
So
hold on.
What's the indigenous people with Canada?
Like Indians.
Natives.
So
Native Americans.
So they were Indians.
Native,
okay.
yes.
Just wasn't sure.
Fam, they had all this shit. Then we came, or someone came and took over. I'm not saying it was right, but it happened, right? Unfortunately, here in America, there's not a majority acceptance to say, you know what was done a couple of years ago, less than 200, was wrong.
Right.
So what we're going to do is somewhat fix it. I don't want to sit on the podcast to sit and figure out what we should do. Should it be money? Should it be land? Should it be this? Should it be that? That's up for a discussion.
The problem is, this is the problem, bro. You're going to have people, right? Like, I don't know if y'all know who the kid Coleman Hughes is, right? He was one of the kids that was on at the Senate that was like, yo, he's African American. He's like, I'm against reparations. But he made a valid point. And I'm not against it. I'm just saying, I'm going to give you a point that he made. And I thought it was a valid point. He's like, when you have people who are directly connected to slaves, right? You're going to have people, he said, like myself. He did his Ancestry.com, everything. He is directly connected to people that were slaves. He said, you're going to give me money, right? And I come from a wealthy family that grew up in the middle class, and I don't need the money. Yet you have other people who are not connected to any slaves, right? And yet they need the money more than me. So you're only going to give this money to people who are directly connected to slaves, right? He's like, that makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. You're going to have people who are going to need the money more than me. I don't need the money. This is why he's saying giving money to people that are connected to slaves or descendants of slaves, I should say. He's like, it makes no sense because there's a lot of African Americans who are going to receive money that really don't need it. And there's a lot of people, other African Americans who do.
I agree, disagree, but
I don't know.
I think we could.
I think that you could take the money and reinvest money into a community.
I think we can.
I don't know.
And create programs and shit like that.
Name one African American family that's connected to old money. Like that's connected to old money, because when we talk about money, you're talking about ownership, you're talking about businesses, you're talking about longevity, posterity. Like for me, I've always worked for millionaires, right? So like, and we bring it into like common times. So if I look at like any of the people that I've worked with over the years, like, they put their kids through college. They pay for their kids to go through college. Once their kids graduate through college, they pay for their apartments wherever they're at, and then they call their friends and they get them in an internship. So when their children come out of like their internship, they have no debt. Great for them. I think that's amazing. Great for them. No debt. And they have an internship and they've already been placed in a great space. There are there's no old money African American families that are connected to that. So when you talk about old money, no matter how you look at it, when you're talking about ownership, education, posterity, like what you can pass down to your children, everything that like African Americans can pass down to their children now is like new money, like new shit. And like
that's why everybody nowadays is trying to work for generational wealth. Like,
but it's new shit. So no matter how you look at it, you're gonna be behind. So when there's a lot of Americans that look at, like, we talking about kneeling during the like NFL, you know, like American anthem, like, and that's what I was saying. You say it's not the truth, but if you weed people out, if you're like throwing people and you're the strongest survive, and you're wondering why America is leading in all of these like athletic competitions, you did that. Like, you did that. So, and as a mother of 3 young black men, like, a lot of young black males feel like for a long time, maybe so much not now, but they think about, like, I gotta work twice as hard to get a scholarship, or I gotta be extremely athletic, where, like, their white counterparts do not have to think like that.
Well, that's a fact, though.
Yeah, that's many generations that have to work through that. Many generations.
You brought up a pretty cool point, and I'll say this, just from my personal experience. I'll never forget when my father told me I came home with a B-, and he told me it was
probably
not
told you can't
enough.
even do that if you want to be
I said
somewhere.
it's not sufficient enough because in comparison, and I'm older, and this was in the 80s, and in comparison to my B- to someone's, a Caucasian will say, a C+, he's ahead of you.
Right.
Now, to bring it back full to where because you were talking about your son, because I feel like we went left and right, which is cool, because it provided, no, it's everybody, because I think it provided dope conversation, but I think the narrative should be, get home safe. Check your ego at the door, get home safe, and then figure out, and then have these conversations. This is a problem, I think, that, and I'm going to say minorities, we don't do. We do a lot of complaining, but we don't do following up. Right? And this is what I mean. A Jewish friend of mine has a problem with her bed. Like, I bought $2,500 bed at, I said Jordan March, at Macy's, right? It was sinking, they switched it. Another one, sinking. I know y'all thinking like, damn, Cliff's getting busy. I get busy, but I ain't getting busy like that.
How we going to have this conversation, man?
But listen.
All right.
She was like, fuck that. For all of this shit you're going through, you need this, and that. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
She was like, give me the phone number. Give me the thing. Boop, 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 boop. Long story short, I got my money in a free bed.
Right.
Yeah.
You know why? She knows the system. And she's been programmed or taught. At a very young age. You don't take shit. But there's a way to go about it. I think minorities, not just minorities, but even individual, nice, I'll use you as an example, that haven't been in a privileged environment.
Right.
We didn't know about that shit. You only learn that if the higher ups know. You know what I'm saying?
That's more of like, I think that she knew about that because it's a culture thing. Within their culture, bro, they taught certain shit.
Right, but this is what I'm saying though. Their culture knows that because they've gone through it. There's experience. At the end of the day, this is what differentiates me and you. My culture and my experience. That's it. That's it. If you have the experience, I sit down. That's why I listen to everybody.
Right. That's why
don't mean I take it in.
That's why I always love listening. You gotta listen to both sides, bro. You gotta listen to
100%. There's three sides to a story.
Most people just want to.
Theirs and the truth.
Most people just want to listen to the narrative that it may not even be so factual. You know what I'm saying? But because it leaves them subjectively satisfied, they gravitate toward it. I like the way that makes me feel.
100%.
I like the way that makes me feel.
It meets my agenda.
Oh, right. Yeah, it meets my agenda. I like those talking points. So I'm going to go with that narrative. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people do. Very few people remain objective, bro. And very few people really take an honest look at both sides of the coin.
Yeah, because we're always coming from a subject. I mean, we're all coming from our experience.
Well, most of the time, I think, experience.
It's subjective.
We're in a family.
Right.
So it's like,
all of us.
I'm in my feelings, so that make me feel good. I like that. You feel me? But you gotta be able to try to remain objective as possible, bro, because you'll never be able to be honest if you don't try to maintain that objectivity and just be like, yo, listen, man, I may not like the way that shit make me feel, but if a fact is a fact, I'm gonna accept it. 100%. You understand what I'm saying? 100%. Like, you have to accept certain things, bro, and that's why I always talk about the things I talk about. Sometimes like, yo, you be provocative nice, or this is like, yo, bro, you gotta talk about that shit, bro. You have to talk about shit because it creates conversation, man. And if you can get somebody to learn to be objective, bro, they could actually like benefit from that.
But
you have to be able to know that.
It's hard to step out of it. I just want to say real quick, when you said like it's important for them to come home safe. So like I'm gonna point at GMS. You guys are like grown man shit. You guys have a life, you have families, you have careers. Don't forget what it was like to be a young a young man, you know what I'm saying? A young black man or a young male. Like when you don't have a house or you don't have a girlfriend or entire future, you care about your respect that you have for yourself and your life. So when you say like come home safe, I'm just telling you, I don't have any daughters. As a mother of 3 young black males, like, so telling them just come home safe, that's what I was trying to tell you on some real shit. Like, he doesn't have all that other shit. All my son has is respect for himself, like respect for himself and knowing he's a man. So when he has to just like bow down, put his hands up and be fucking scared, he's a fucking American. Like he's an American.
Which are you teaching them to come home? But see, this is my problem.
Him being tested.
It's like, listen, but we talking about
it is.
Some battles you gotta walk away.
But no, but it is. But
and that's part of
manhood. But what I'm just saying. But times are different because he has to do different things. Like he has to do different things, and I, as a mother, have to be nervous that even if he does the right things, he still might end up fucked up, and you know that.
But listen,
and how fair is that? Because he's black.
It's not fair.
It's always that.
But you already know that fact. You already know that.
Listen, but this is my issue. You're preaching more to him about coming home safe and implying like you keep put your hands up, do this, do that, right? He's fucking 100 times more likely to be killed by another person that look just like him than the people you're telling him that he should be worried about being safe.
And I honestly don't feel like the
number one cause of death for African American males from 18 to 35 is other black males killing.
I honestly, and I'm gonna tell you, but I honestly don't feel like that. Like, and I'm just gonna.
But that's where we go with subjective.
No, but I don't feel like that because no matter what, even if it's a 1% chance, my son got hit by a car. An old white lady hit him, like he was coming out. She hit him, spin him around or whatever. He called me and he was like, "Mommy, I just got hit." He told me he jumped out and ran over to the car. He was mad because he thought the person did it on purpose. Right. It was an older white lady. And just for me to hear that, he said, I saw it was an old white lady. I got in my car because I didn't want to scare her. So he's already programmed for that. He couldn't even get out of his car. It took me 20 minutes to get to him. When I got to him, the police wouldn't even let him out of his car. Like, they wouldn't even let him out of his car. So I said, how my son get hit? Nobody asked him if he was okay. Nobody asked him, like, anything. Like, I've been working in the court system for, like, a long time. We can go by statistics or whatever, but I don't care. If you're a young black male, and if there's an even 1% chance that somebody's going to fuck with you, not hearing you out just because of what they think, like, I think that that's fucked up. I have to tell my kids, like, not to, like, you can't even be, you're not an American. When you get pulled over, you're not an American. I tell them, you're a black man and you're God's first. So you have to reserve the right. No, even if you do everything right, I have to worry about other shit that people don't have to worry about. Even if you do everything right, you might get fucked up. That judge, real quick, the judge that I said I work for, the youngest black judge in Superior Court history in Massachusetts. She got pulled over in the town that I live in, coming to visit me. They pulled her over because she went over to get Advil. 7-Eleven was closed. She pulled out. They pulled her over. Did a whole bunch of shit to her, like, a whole bunch of shit. And after like 15 minutes, she's like, motherfucker, I'm a Superior Court judge. Like,
them small town.
But it don't matter though.
But if you live there,
it don't matter.
But if you live there,
yo, this is what I'm trying to say.
But if you live there, my son, if you live there and you have to drive in and out of that town, I had to go to the town and the police station and say, you pulled him over 15 times. Every single time you found nothing. Like, we're bordering on harassment. Like, that's where we're at.
It is, but again, this is what I'm saying. Unfortunately, and I hate using the unfortunate part. It's just this is where we're at. And unfortunately, until other people start feeling what it is,
it's not where we at. It always has been.
What my father has felt.
And gonna be.
People has felt. Like, people have laughed in my father's face when he was telling them, like, I'm studying to become a physician. They're like, you're black. Right. That's what he had to hear. But did that deter him from becoming a physician? No. Again, anytime, either from him trying to be a physician, us trying to do this podcast, me trying to say, hey, I'm going to direct a movie one day, there's going to be, I'm going to call them haters or people that doubt or try to be speed bumps in the way of what it is. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, because of social media and the shit that we see, right, there's a perception of what's going on in the world. And what I want to do is I want to kind of just show y'all a little something, right? We're gonna take a quick little break.
Yeah, we need to get on a lighter note and I have to pee.
Not even a little break. I'm gonna show y'all this video, and I want y'all to tell me what you think. If they ain't hating,
that means you ain't doing nothing right.
Exactly. But not only that, once y'all see this video, I want y'all to tell me like what you really think, because I'm looking at it, right?
I stand up and pee,
and I'm just like, boy, this is crazy. Like this is crazy. So y'all can watch this. You can go T. Don't worry about it.
What's the code again?
Oh, 0947.
0947.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Y'all can watch this.
You told me that before too. I be forgetting everything.
Yeah, don't worry. You got this video is crazy. For those that are still watching, we got 9 people still out here. We've gone a little longer, but listen, man, I need y'all to watch this video because I'm gonna call this baby.
Looking stupider than this nigga looks stupid, just dumb. You look pitiful. You look pitiful. You look pitiful. Cause you think me and my mans was stealing? You look pitiful. Pitiful. Look at you. Look, you look so stupid. Do you believe how dumb you look right now? You look so dumb. You look so stupid. This shit crazy. You look dumb, nigga. You look stupid. Look at him, thought I was stealing. He ain't even got nothing to say. Ain't got nothing to say. Nigga, who? James? He locked up. James locked up, nigga. I don't know. I guess his name was D'Anthony, but nigga, I was told that his name was James. Nigga, I ain't tripping. Take me in here. Look, y'all see that? Office is being taped. I ain't tripping. Don't even trip. Don't even chirp, nigga. Watch this. Don't even chirp. Don't even chirp. Look at him. Look at him. Say hello. Say hello. You look dumb because you thought I was stealing, huh? And then when you check my bag, I ain't have nothing, huh? You look so stupid. This nigga looks so dumb. He looks so stupid. He like, let me see your bag. Check my bag, ain't have nothing in it but a pocket full of money. Nigga, check my bag, ain't had nothing in it but a pocket full of money. Look how dumb you look. Oh my God, you look so stupid. And I got 20 viewers on here, so look at him. Look at him. You look so dumb, dude. You look so stupid. That's crazy. With a pocket full of money. Nigga, let me show y'all my damn self. Look at that. He looks so stupid, dog. But my headphones. Nothing but my headphones. Looking stupid. How dumb do you feel? Out of scale 1 through 10, how dumb do you feel?
3 by 7, whatever.
How dumb do you feel, sir? Out of 1 through 10, how dumb do you feel? Feeling dumb as hell, huh? Look at him. Look, you got your arm all on me. Like over there, think you doing something with that little bitch ass trespass order. I'll break that bitch ass computer, nigga. Stop playing with me, nigga. I'll bitch get up right now on my mama. I'll beat the shit out you in front of your mans. And if your man try to feet, he gonna get his ass whooped too, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? I'm on tip, nigga. What you wanna do, nigga? I'll put some hand sanitizer on my hand and open hand your bitch ass, nigga. Talking about some, oh, he got a firearm. Bitch, I ain't got no firearm. Stop lying on my name, nigga, before I knock your teeth out, bitch. You ain't gonna be able to talk to me anymore. Looking dumb as fuck, nigga. Like a bowl out. What you looking at, nigga? You wanna scrap? You wanna scrap, nigga? You wanna get out of here? Fuck is you talking about? What you wanna do, nigga? Step over here, nigga. Step over here and I promise you, nigga, he gonna have to tase me, nigga. Cause I'm gonna be on top of you.
You got ID and the older one?
So we back, and my thing is like this.
We used to big-headed people.
I'm gonna be the bad guy, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about this kid, man. First of all, that little boy didn't know what the hell he was talking about. That little boy was just repeating what other people were saying. Okay,
That's all he was doing.
Yeah. And dear parents or whoever are the people watching this child, y'all are horrible. Y'all are horrible. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I hope, this is what I hope.
Yo, truthfully, we can't even say that. He could just be the natural, badass little boy, man, because they out there.
Nice. I mean, nice. Pete, can I keep it real with you? No. Okay? That little boy was saying something. Look at all this money in my bag. I ain't got nothing in this bag.
I sent it to you. There's 2 different videos.
I know. The long version was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. I'm sorry. That ain't regular kid things, B. Nah. That's a kid that watched adults saying certain things, memorized what's going on,
males in his life,
and said, oh, here's an opportunity where I can apply what I've just learned at home.
That's all I see.
Dear baby mama, Stop bringing around these niggas that's talking like this in front. This is the thing.
Okay,
I did a lot of
what
baby
we saying
mamas.
is what we
I
saying.
have no info. I have no info. I have no.
What we saying is this.
We going on a lighter note now. Let's talk about baby mama. Let's talk about baby mama.
I'm not talking to the camera. I'm just saying that I'm gonna be presumptuous right now. And people say don't assume.
You and your
I'm
pickle
gonna
juice.
assume-
Can you show the people the sour pickle?
Yo, that shit fire too, bro.
I thought y'all was doing picklebacks before I came out. Like,
Nah, that's
fire,
nice.
bro.
That's
that
nice.
shit's fire. I
I
like
never
that
had
shit.
that in my life.
Them real
I
sour
like pickle
ones is the
shit.
shit, bro.
I do the bread. I do bread and butter.
Hold on. But
She thought it was pouring pickle juice
this
in the
is like
fucking thing.
pickle juice, but it's actually
that's,
like Henny
that's
and
the
like
Green Monster. That's a Green Monster.
Henny
The
and
bootleg Green Monster with no Alizé.
Yo, but let's stay on subject though.
But yo, listen, all right. People say don't assume all that. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm assuming right now that this kid probably doesn't have a good father figure in his life.
Nope. P,
I'm-
go
I don't
ahead,
give a fuck
P.
what anybody
I'm gonna
says.
put
I missed it because I had to pee, so I'm
was
sad
bad,
for
boy.
myself.
He
I'm
was bad,
not
boy.
gonna say that, man.
Give her a headset so she can hear
I'm
that.
gonna say that it's safe to assume that he probably doesn't have
Can
a
I
good
have a
father
headset
figure.
so I can
It's
hear?
either that or he has poor.
That's what I'm saying. He probably doesn't have a good
So I can
father
catch
figure.
up
Like,
real quick?
He has a
if
good-
either his father's not there or
go to
whoever
my,
is
Yeah,
his
but,
father
I can send
figure
it to you.
is not doing the job. Because
No, but
there's no way
Android?
that a kid like that
Android
No,
got that.
is
Android
talking
don't
like
have
that on his own.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? He's
you're saying.
definitely regurgitating
He's definitely repeating some shit.
shit that he heard before. He's
seen
definning
Right.
like reenacting shit
Alright,
that he's
hey.
seen
This is
and
what we're
having
gonna do.
a conversation.
Regardless.
Mind
so
you,
I
we
can
live in
hear
a
it.
social network area where everything's about going live and stunting
Right.
on the gram and doing whatever. I be seeing people going live every day on my Facebook arguing and beefing with each other.
Bro.
All right, so we're gonna keep talking about it. Tiara's gonna watch the video.
I'm
on
gonna
her
catch
phone,
up because
so
I
she
had
can
I had
catch
to
up.
pee. I don't know why men don't have to
Little
pee.
man just did
I'll
some
tell you,
shit that his generation been doing for a while now.
I have
Listen,
I have
when I was
oppositional
young like
opinions.
that, I would talk like that outside my
Clearly,
house,
he don't,
right?
he don't give two fucks. Little man,
I would
got-
talk like
still
that
don't
outside
give
my
two
house,
fucks.
but I wouldn't like. I might talk. I was young talking shit to cops too.
Right.
Fuck you. I wasn't going. He was wild though.
He was going ham.
He was wilding, but
Yeah.
He was out of control.
he
man.
was on some nut shit.
He
But he
was
was
out of
wilding
control.
like this little boy.
Yeah,
He was.
right.
Definitely not
But
on
I'm
that
saying, that I grew up without a father.
There you go.
You
Did
know
you
what
say
I mean?
shit like that?
So yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
shit like that, bro.
What's your number?
I remember being young and being like, damn. I remember the way I used to speak when I was younger, like amongst my friends though.
Yeah, right.
And I used to be like, damn. I was saying, damn. When I was young, my mouth was filthy. Like filthy, bro. I remember being 7, 8 years old, being like, man, I don't give a fuck. Da-da-da, fuck that bitch. Da-da-da, stupid ass bitch. Da-da. Like I remember being like that, bro. Because and the thing that made me remember, what made me reflect on this shit, is seeing the difference in my own son.
Right.
Being like, my son don't even never talk like that. My son does not even fix his mouth to say anything like that.
Because you would probably knock him the fuck out.
That's what I'm saying.
Also,
That's why
he-
I'm saying
he
it was
has
safe
male
for me to
influence.
assume
He has
that
male
it,
influence.
that's why I was saying it was safe for me to
What was the name
assume
of it? I can't
two
remember.
things: that his father wasn't there, or whoever the male fucking role model in is. If it is his father, it's a bad role model in his life, bro.
man. He's
Because I don't care what anybody says. Most boys, when they daddies in their life, they, I want to be like pops. You know what I'm
be
saying?
smooth, I wanna be
Yeah,
cool like Pops,
I don't be
right.
like pops. So to see that shit,
This is
bro,
horrible.
I was watching that shit and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Although I was laughing my ass off though.
Yeah, I
He
know.
told dude,
I
I
was
smacked
dying.
it. He said, I smacked the bed off your face, you bitch. You probably don't get no pussy. I was dying. I was looking at dude too, going, yeah, you probably look
he
like
started
he
running
get-
up on the
Yo,
badges, Officer Jamin.
yeah, he was like, go ahead. I'll run up, go ahead, touch me, touch me, touch me. I was like, this little dude wilding. But when he said to dude, you probably don't get no pussy. Bro, I was looking at dude going like this. Yeah, he looked like he can't get no pussy though. I might have said the same thing.
Yeah.
But
He looked
yo,
like he
but
get no
yo,
pussy.
that's some grown man shit that he's talking about.
That's,
That ain't
yeah,
no
like
little
that's not no
kid.
little kid shit. Word.
Yo, look at my bag.
That's not
Look
no
at
little
what I
kid
got.
shit. Word. It's not.
Like,
Yeah.
and you
He's-
only got only the 2-minute version.
He's-
I don't even have it.
He's
Tell me,
definitely
what is it called?
Show will be
You know
over.
what? We're
Show
sure
will
we're
be
gonna
over
do.
by the time T watches
let
the
her
video.
watch it.
We're gonna pull up. We're gonna pull up. I'm just
Let
gonna
T
pull it up
watch it real
again.
quick.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
Yeah, like 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes.
Hold on,
Yo.
hold on.
Cause I'm always gonna be opposite of y'all. That's what the fuck
Not
I'm
with
here
this
for.
or
You
not.
hear me?
Nah, with this you ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This, I don't know.
This
This
you
little
might
kid,
not
boy,
be.
he, man.
This little
Well,
kid is
first of
fucking
all, what y'all said, I beat the shit out of my kid. You
Yeah.
already know I beat Cliff. Know I beat the
Here
shit
you
out
go,
of my
here you go,
kid.
here you go. Hold on. Let's go
This kid's
on.
crazy.
Oh,
Pocket full of money, nigga. Not how dumb do you look? Not look at him. Say hello to the live, sir. Here, look how dumb you look, y'all. Look how dumb you look. Looking stupider than that nigga looks stupid. Just dumb. You look pitiful. You look pitiful. pitiful. You look pitiful. Cause you think me and my mans were stealing? You look pitiful. Pitiful. Look at you. Look, you look so stupid. Do you believe how dumb you look right now? You look so dumb. You look so stupid. This shit crazy. You look dumb, nigga. You look stupid. Look at him, thought I was stealing. He ain't got nothing to say. Ain't got nothing to say. Nigga, who? James? He locked up. James locked up, nigga. I don't know. I guess his name was DeAnthony, but nigga, I was told that his name was James. Nigga, I ain't tripping. Take me in here. Look, y'all see that? Office is being taped. I ain't tripping. Don't even trip. Don't even chirp, nigga. Watch this. Don't even chirp. Don't even chirp. Look at him. Look at him. Say hello. Say hello. You look dumb because you thought I was stealing, huh? And then when you check my bag, I ain't have nothing, huh? You look so stupid. This nigga looks so dumb. He looks so stupid. He like, let me see your bag. Check my bag, ain't have nothing in it but a pocket full of money. Nigga, check my bag, ain't had nothing in it but a pocket full of money. Look how dumb you look. Oh my God, you look so stupid. And I got 20 viewers on here, so look at him. Look at him. You look so dumb, dude. You look so stupid. That's crazy. With a pocket full of money. Nigga, let me show y'all my damn self. Look at that. He looks so stupid, dog. But my headphones. Nothing but my headphones. Looking stupid. How dumb do you feel? Out of scale 1 through 10, how dumb do you feel?
3 balls in 1 hour.
How dumb do you feel, sir? Out of 1 through 10, how dumb do you feel? Feeling dumb as hell, huh? Look at him. Look, you got your arm all on me. Like over there, think you doing something with that little bitch ass trespass order. I'll break that bitch ass computer, nigga. Stop playing with me, nigga. I'll bitch get up right now with my mama. I'll beat the shit out you in front of your mans. And if your man shot your feet, he gonna get his ass whooped too, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? I'm on tip, nigga. What you wanna do, nigga? I'll put some hand sanitizer on my hand and open hand your bitch ass, nigga. Talking about some, oh, he got a firearm. Bitch, I ain't got no firearm. Stop lying on my name, nigga, before I knock your teeth out, bitch. You ain't gonna be able to talk to me anymore. Looking dumb as fuck, nigga. Like a bowl out. What you looking at, nigga? You wanna scrap? You wanna scrap, nigga? You wanna get at it, nigga? Fuck is you talking about? What you wanna do, nigga? Step over here, nigga. That's what for real?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Let's go mute on that, P.
Yeah, my kids wouldn't do that shit.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it again. I'm sorry.
I'm up to date. I'm ready to pull up now. I'm ready now.
He said, I'll put some hand sanitizer on my hand and smack your bitch ass.
I beat his motherfucking ass.
I ain't gonna lie, I was dying.
Nobody beat his ass properly.
Yo,
so now that we got everybody back,
if it's a roast session, I need this little motherfucker on my team.
Okay, so now
I'm ready now.
What's your thoughts on this?
Y'all already spoke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda, yeah.
So for me, here we go again. For having like sons, I always told my kids, like, shut the fuck up when you dealing with adults, police, like teachers, whatever it is, other adults. Wait till I get there. Shut up. Because I always want to say my kids are not disrespectful. They don't say the most, and I can tell you, just like I say, like a chick, if a chick's ever had the shit smacked out of her, like people who had the shit smacked out of them talk a certain way.
Always taught at home first.
Nah, for real. So my kids know. My kids would never say like they've had the shit smacked out of them. So you would never come and test somebody like that. And just like a chick, when I see chicks talking crazy, I'm like, oh, you never had the shit smacked out of you ever. Because if you did, you would know that some people smack the shit out of people till they sleep. So for him, but that's social media. That's parents. They do the most. And there's like, that police officer was fine. Like sometimes you see two kids stealing, right, you're going to grab them both. So doing the most, being disrespectful, there's still, and for me, even though I talked all that shit earlier, like there's adults and there's kids.
I was about to pull your card because I was going to say earlier.
But coming over here just to be talking now.
But I don't.
Just to be talking.
So for all the shit that I say, my kids, you can't swear. I tell my kids all the time. If an adult tells me my kid says something, and I swear, because the way I taught my kids when I come to the school, what did he say? They say nothing. I said, I know, because I beat my kids properly, and they know. And I asked my son, don't say anything. Don't be disrespectful. They're an adult. So there's kid, adult. Like that's how we're doing it. Shut the fuck up until I get there. Don't be crazy. Like that right there, he didn't have his ass whipped properly.
The people in the podcast are saying he need a belt. He need the belt.
Yeah.
So he needed.
I would beat his motherfucking ass when he got home.
Whether or not there was a father figure in his life, whoever is in his life
they failed.
I would say your friends are stealing.
But also to play devil's advocate, bro. I think he doesn't have good role models in his life. Right. I mean, but
maybe
there's also sometimes, like we was talking about it before, there's just some badass kids,
and that's what I was telling Cliff.
There are just some badass fucking kids, bro. Like,
how do I feel like your friend was stealing? You know your friend was stealing. Shut the fuck up. You hanging with a kid who's stealing shit.
You was probably
Shut the fuck. You was probably 5 seconds off that shit. Shut the fuck up.
What he said is his friend got arrested because he had a warrant because they said his name is DeAnthony, but he was like, I thought his name was what do you say, Jason?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you.
Get the fuck out of here.
So like, it's a lot going on.
Get out of here.
How old can we assume? Because we obviously don't know how old.
How old was that kid?
How old do you think that kid was?
No way in hell he's 7 years.
No, he was about 11 years old. He was about 11 years old.
Okay.
Yep.
So fair to say.
I was talking like
possibly
that.
even 12, 13.
We're all talking, but let me ask you a question.
My mother beat my ass.
You think that you were at that level? You think you was at that level?
Yeah.
I wouldn't get live like that.
No, where you was like, yo, I will beat your ass, police.
No.
But he knew they wasn't gonna do it. He knew he wasn't. He knew they weren't gonna do it.
That means he's seen it.
I was bad at that age, but I was.
You were saying
I was running.
You told the
boys. I was sitting there trying to interact.
He never got open hand slapped by a grown man.
Let me ask you a question, because I might be wrong. Because again, your experience is different than mine, and vice versa. You would have been like, you would have gone, yo, I would have beat your ass like this to the police at that age?
Hell no.
So that means learned behavior. You feel me? Like, I'm sorry, man. At the end of the day,
he never got his ass whipped. I'll tell you that for sure. He never got open hand slapped by a grown man. Talked like that.
I got one more video I want to show y'all. This is pretty cool because this is actually a pretty long podcast. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, but you know what? I'm feeling good.
People was riding today though. A lot of comments.
Yeah, a lot of comments. We appreciate. Keep sharing. A lot of people watching. Keep sharing.
A lot of people sharing.
Make sure y'all following the page. That's Instagram. That's GMS the podcast on Instagram.
We got 1,100 friends on the page.
On the page is
grown man shit.
Hey, on the Instagram page.
True.
Everybody got a YouTube page if you have a Gmail account, and that means everybody got a Gmail account. So I need y'all to do that. I got one more thing I want to show y'all before I end it.
Just hit that share button.
This is the share button is key. The share button is key. Now here's this guy. I don't know if y'all seen him. This is a P. I can't even take credit for this one. But this dude over here, funny guy. Let's go on a lighter note. Let's go on. Let's all go happy.
Yeah, he goes.
We're gonna
off.
go there. This guy kind of goes in.
Funny, man.
He got me thinking. Like I said earlier today,
makes a lot of sense.
A lot of sense and too much sense. But at the end of the day, you kind of gotta laugh and you kind of gotta say, you know what, he got a point. And again, this is some funny shit. All right. So y'all watch that while we do our thing.
Why do noses run but feet smell? Oh my God. Why are they called apartments if they're built together? Oh my God. How come your lips don't touch when you say touch, but they touch when you say separate? Oh my God. If you get out the shower clean, how does your towel get dirty? Oh my God. Why is it called a building if it's already built? Why do food gets cold but drinks get warm? If money is the root of all evil, why do churches ask for it? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Why does the alphabet and Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars?
You know y'all, we love the church.
Look at you got the YMCA.
If money is the root of all evil, why do churches ask for it? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Why does the alphabet and Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars have the same tune? I bet you're singing it right now. If a bunch of cats jumped on top of each other, is it still considered a dog pile? If two vegans are arguing, is it still considered beef? Oh my God. When identical twins argue, do they call each other ugly? If tomatoes are considered a fruit, isn't ketchup a smoothie? Oh my God. If killing people is wrong, why do we kill people that kills people? Why are babies in the womb for 9 months and not 9 months old when they come out? If it costs 80 cents to sponsor a child on TV, why is child support so much? If you're waiting on the waiter, doesn't that make you the waiter? Oh my God. Think about it. Your fingers have fingertips, but your toes don't have toe tips. Yet you tiptoe, but don't fingertip. Oh my God. Why does the Easter Bunny lay eggs? Rabbits don't lay eggs. What was the first person who tried to milk the cow trying to do? Oh, you dirty motherfucker. If God sneezes, what do you say? When you're born, are you living or are you dying? Who was today years old when bed is actually shaped the way it's spelled? If you're sitting on a toilet at 11:59 and the clock strike 12, isn't it still the same shit, just a different day? Hey Alexa, what's the answers?
I'm not sure.
Yo, I had to share that with y'all, man. We had to go on a lighter note, man.
Oh man.
I know. I'm sorry for being so.
No. This is how we do. But,
Sorry, I always get blamed for that. I'm always so like
we ain't blaming you.
passionate and like serious.
Shit. That's a good shit. That's how we.
Everybody watching the
shit.
video is probably like, yo.
Yeah, like what about why she so angry? But actually, like, but the people that know me know I like turned up. I'm like happy.
What was your favorite one out of all of that though?
The baby thing, the 9 months.
The baby shit.
That shit, I always thought that
threw me off. Yeah, like what the fuck?
That fucked me up.
That's As a person who has done that.
I was gonna say it was a child support.
They hit home too.
First of all, I wasn't feeling that shit don't cost 80 cents.
Yeah.
Cause it costs more than 80 cents
I got
in
to bring out
America.
100 some week child. You know what I mean? So
I'll use that in
What about
court.
you, Nice?
The child support shit, I would use that in court like a motherfucker.
This nigga got a point.
I'll be like, look, I played a fucking commercial for 50 cents a day. You can donate this for support a child, Your Honor. You charging me $500 a week. Bro.
Yo.
That's other places.
When I was watching
he said if
today,
tomato was a fruit, that makes ketchup a smoothie. I was like, yo.
You know what I was
True.
watching today?
If a building's already, why do they call it a building?
You said 50 cents a day. I think 50 cents is Nice's go-to because today I was watching the IG, just seeing where our numbers was at, and I was watching the highlights. Do you guys remember this? Make it clap.
Yeah.
I was like, yo.
I missed it.
Shit.
That was a funny
We
one.
might play that for you one time.
We was dying.
Y'all talk and I'll pull that up.
We was catching wreck on that one. We was
I'm
catching
gonna
wreck
pull
on
that
that
up
one.
because I think that was fucking hilarious.
We was catching good wreck on that
Yeah, that
one.
was good one.
Can I just say that I've done many podcasts and this is the most
Yeah, we're
fun
the
that
shit.
I've ever had.
We're the
That's
shit.
the point of
Yeah,
the
They just don't know. We need
even-
bodies.
You shoulda
Even
came
by
to the live-
myself.
You should have came to the live event. We catch mad wreck. The live event was funny too.
Live events are dope because we get good crowd interaction.
But I don't want to be known as like the emotional, like political,
No, that's my
like.
role. I'm the emotional one.
But I was like, but I have a lot of like, you know.
I think I'm the emotional
Wait a
one.
second, we have Rose here? I know we have Rose.
No.
You're like you're the least emotional. I feel like it was me, him, you tonight. Like,
No, be
but I'm,
emotional.
you know.
I'm emotional.
We were hitting topics though, but we were hitting topics, right?
Speaking of the show.
We were hitting topics. We were hitting cheating and raising young black males and, you know,
I show feelings.
talk about the club and I'll be like, hey. like it'll be a different vibe.
We talk about that shit.
Now we're ending this thing. What y'all going on the rest of the week? I know everybody got to make their money.
I'm flying out to go see. I'm going to Chi-Town tomorrow. I'm going to see my mother, man.
Okay, say what up to Mom Dukes.
Chi-Town. Wait, so hold on. I have questions. So your mom lives in Chi-Town. Are you from Chi-Town?
I was born in Cook County Hospital.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little familiar with y'all.
Chicago made them. Boston raised them.
Pretty much.
My son went to school in Chicago.
Right, that's like my man.
Y'all get it cracking.
My man D Block. He Brooklyn made him. Brooklyn raised him. You know
D Block.
That's my man. Shout out to my zone.
Beautiful city. That whole area is nice.
No, it is, and actually, like,
they built it after that fire. Fire.
Whole way up though, like because I got a lot of family in Milwaukee too. So from down there, Racine down to Chicago, the whole little strip.
I'm familiar with Milwaukee too.
It's dope out there.
Chicago actually has like and I can only speak from what I know from like one of my friends. She's like a chef for celebrities, and it's one of the few major cities that has a lot of like not mom and pop, but a lot of like one-off restaurants, like very specific dining.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna bring my mom to a Jamaican joint that I heard about out there in Michigan.
Bring back a patty. I'm always testing patties, yo. You know the patties that you'll have, right?
Pate? Or patty? I know.
Jamaican patties.
Patties.
The shit's that's not. Shout outs to P&R. But if you go to Lenny's on a bad day, you might just get dough. I heard they're selling this shit.
It's been done.
Done?
They closed like what, 2-3 weeks ago?
Get out of here.
Yeah, it was like the last day, like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think because I used to pick up my brothers when they went to Blessed Sacrament, right? And I used to buy that fucking cocoa bread and cheese.
Cocoa bread and cheese.
I think I went.
Cocoa bread with the steak. You ever had that?
With the what?
Steak.
Steak.
Never had that before?
On dogs?
Missing out, brother.
P&R has it?
What was the spot that used to have it?
Learning shit.
It was the old lady used to
Caribbean food.
Ooh.
I know.
I know
about
steak.
I fuck with that
She would
shit.
take the cocoa bread and put jerk steak on top of it.
Don't let the screen die, Cliff.
No, oh shit, yeah, you're right.
I could you guys are talking about. I could go for that right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Right now.
I was just having a fat boy moment.
Where can we get a patty from right now?
So I'm gonna put the camera on Nice because I need to get another resource.
Mobile
so
gas
Nice,
station in the
talk
square.
to him about anything real quick
Talk
as
to
I
him
put
about
this anything.
T, you heard me? Mobile gas station in Mattapan Square. They got patties.
Oh, where the smoothies are at?
Yeah, they got patties.
Yeah,
on there.
yo, smoothies
24 hours.
official. It's funny that I judge that shit. You know, I went to the smoothies.
Easy would know that shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they got the
That's sad.
24 hours.
You like the smoothies?
Yeah,
Okay.
Hey, I'm a fat kid. Listen, I just don't.
Fat kid inside.
too, bro. Sometimes I be eating shit for the gym. Like I don't even like this shit.
I don't even like this shit.
I don't even like this, but
Gotta eat it though. It's some bullshit. Nah, for
Damn,
real.
you gotta put in
man.
your thing, bro.
This dude 44294.
Right, just punch it in.
this is the most fun I've had on a Monday night in a long time.
Hey, man, you know, ain't no money to fight football.
Hey.
It wasn't showing up in my shit.
It's alright.
Hold on.
I thought we were supposed to send it to Sheets.
What sheets?
Oh,
That's nice.
That's for the thing though. That's why.
Nah, this is different. I just
He want to
pulled
show
up.
Tiara this commercial. Basically, we made the commercial.
Yo, talk about the commercial.
The
real
commercial was fun. I don't even really fully remember. I just know what it's talking about. What was it? Oh, the butt. The butt.
Nigga, your favorite
What you getting
topic.
the butt? Oh yeah, I love the ass. You know what I mean?
Yo.
The butt done. Do what you do, man. Don't. You know,
Nice
we
was
love the
like,
butt.
don't
We love the butt.
let it go.
Let it go. Don't let it go. No,
Will.
don't let it go.
Hold on, Will.
If you want to get it done, get it done. I'm not mad at girls that get their butt done. I don't have no problem with that shit. I love it.
Me neither.
I absolutely love it. I have no problem with it.
I've actually never dated a man that was okay with that.
I have
Wait,
no
wait,
problem
repeat
with
that.
shit.
Repeat
I have never I've never dated a man that was okay with a woman who
He just
got her
didn't want
butt
to make you feel
done.
insecure.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm just keeping it a buck with
That's
you.
You think so?
Fact.
No so.
Oh yeah.
No so.
Oh, yeah.
He just want to make you
Why
feel
is it?
insecure.
Oh, because I just can't do it.
I would say a bunch of other stuff, but I can't. I'm not gonna say it now on like.
Nah, you gotta say it.
No, but you don't think that some men don't like fake
I'm pretty
shit?
sure
I don't
they
like
is.
fake titties.
I'm pretty sure they
there
is.
are
Like
men.
fake
There
titties.
are
I
men
think
that
that's
don't
nasty.
like fake
But
shit.
you
You know,
say that
but
no man has ever, every man has ever said that to you. Some of them was just saying that to.
Make you feel good.
But you don't think okay? So and like well,
They ain't
you know.
want
What's the
you to.
number? What's the math?
442-944. They didn't want to make you feel like they weren't attracted to your physique. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like make
Yeah.
you feel like it was something like nah, like they ain't that. Cause I done My shorty don't have the fat.
So how much does it matter? So let me ask y'all that. How much does it matter?
I'm an ass man.
I'm an ass man too.
All right, so if you're in love with a girl and she doesn't have a big booty, does it affect like how you are attracted to her?
Not necessarily.
Before you answer
Can't
that,
say that.
Hold on. How do I get it to flip, B?
It should just flip. I don't know.
Answer that shit.
Hold on. There we go.
Mine's be, you know, when mine talk about, you know, babe, what about
He said, wait. He said, what you got going on?
Now I'm trying to show him the thing. Yeah, they're still hearing.
Tell me the answer. So tell me the answers. Like, okay, so
before we do that, let's go mute. I want her.
You're gonna have a whole bunch of depressed people. You know, if you care about men's feelings, don't get the butt reduction. We don't need the butt reduction. We need to be happy.
Yeah, don't.
We need to walk home from
delete that comment.
We need to walk in the house from a hard day at work and see the butt.
She could delete the comment.
Right?
Delete the comment.
You know what I'm saying?
You might be disqualified from getting a t-shirt.
Cat, for $1 a day, you can donate to the Ass Fund. The Ass Fund makes happy men in this world.
I wish I had to have music.
Do you want to make it clap? Do you want to make a man happy? Do you want to just not have to cook for him and say, hey, babe, I didn't cook for you, but look at my ass?
I'm going to turn around and twerk for you,
Donate $1 a day, and you can make a man happy. It's the Ass Fund.
Make it clap.
Make it clap. That's it, bitch.
That's it.
You can't hate us.
wait, I didn't even go back to video. I didn't know you going back to video.
You made it. Just make it clap.
Make it clap.
All right, so back to the question. So if you were in love with a woman and her booty wasn't big, does that deter you? Like, are you less attracted?
Nah, it's love. We talking about love.
Nah.
That's different. Love is something different.
All right, love.
Attraction and love, you can't put those.
All right, so if you love a woman, do you care how big her booty is?
No,
yes.
I'm in love with her. I'm in love with her.
Yes, I do.
You love her for her.
You're attracted to her regardless.
It's not just.
I do.
You don't need her to change herself.
Nice is the youngest.
Nice says, I'm gonna work overtime. We gonna fix the little.
Yeah, you gonna make me call my man, but like.
Over there.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But if my bitch didn't have something back there wouldn't be nothing here with us. She already know.
But wait a minute. Wait.
You don't talk to the booty at night, or do you?
Nah, but listen,
you don't talk to the booty.
So I want to say something after we off the air. I'm not gonna say it on the air, but
we
like.
talked about this.
I look at my shorty's ass all the time.
Isn't that in the beginning? You see a female, you're like, oh, this looks good.
That's what gravitates you towards the female.
And then you go through the presentation phase, and then when you lock it down, you decide I can deal, I can't. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so rate it. Face, body, personality.
Personality for me.
What comes first?
Personality heavy for me.
A1. Personality's first.
Heavy for me.
Because if we can't even vibe, like, mentally, like, fuck out of here with that. I told you, I'm about.
See,
I like the.
But don't get me wrong. I done had a plenty physical relationships with fat asses.
Word. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm cool with like. I'm cool with a bad, like, you know, with the fat ass and the face could be a 5.
Okay, all right. Oh,
I'm not saying that's my shorty. I'm not saying that's my shorty, but when I see those memes where females be like, oh, a shorty could have a body like this and a face like that, and dudes are still hit, I'd be like,
So what would you pick for your girl? So would you pick body 5, face 10, or face 5, body 10?
Repeat the question.
I think my shorty's face is a 10.
I don't understand the question.
All right, so 10 being so 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. Yeah. So would you pick?
So if the face is a 10, but I need to know what's coming out that mouth, though. Are you talking with sense? Or you talking with?
I just need to know what's going in the mouth.
All right, hold on. Yo, my guy.
Them little silicone dolls and shit.
Dog.
Yo.
Okay,
like talking too much.
We need another female here. This
shorty talking too much.
Crazy.
I thought you could hold it by yourself.
I got this shit. I've been on the opposition all night.
But listen,
all right, hold on.
Wait. Time out. So let's reverse it back to you. Like for men, like what the fuck? We ain't got much. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna say, yo, I can see through his pants. His Johnson looks big.
They do it.
They do it all the time.
They do it. But women look more than us. And
now they do it now because with all these little skinny jean shits, niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Nope, sweatpants.
Nah, but like women, that's why y'all are lucky.
Sweatpants out in the streets.
That's why y'all are lucky.
In the streets?
Y'all are.
How often do you wear
Women are
sweatpants?
addictive.
I love
Outside
sweatpants.
of me too, but how often do you wear it though?
Nah, I don't wear them all the time.
Okay, so Nice is out of the conversation.
I wear sweatpants a lot.
Yeah.
Yo, huh?
I wear sweatpants a lot,
How often?
almost every day.
You got them on right now?
I got whatever these things are called.
Let me see.
Are they jeggings or whatever?
Hey, hey.
My wife bought me some fucking jeggings.
Adidas
Looks like I was
sound.
taking a shit out my ass. Like that. Why does the ass gotta be
They're
like
joggers. They call them football pants. Adidas football pants.
Jog-
Yeah, they're athletic wear.
Athletic wear.
You know, like,
Yeah, it's
just
got-
act like you about to
Man,
run
that's
somewhere.
more comfortable for
Why the
me.
ass
Nah.
gotta look like
I love
that?
them. That should be mad comfortable.
Why does the
They
ass gotta look like
They're
that?
made wide at the top and
Because that's how athletes look. Like all your strength is in your buttocks. Like,
Yeah, she knows she's saying you can't touch this. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, but come on, man. Shout outs to Tanya King just joining in right now. All right, ladies and gents, I'm going to end this because it's 11:30.
it's over.
I'm hungry.
I'm
I
hungry
got to put my
too.
daughter up and go home because I got a flight to catch tomorrow. So
Where you going?
Ew.
Oh, you going to Chicago?
bring
Shout
my
out
to
daughter with me.
Baby boo.
Baby boo coming with me.
Hey,
Gotta go see a big mom. So,
Good. All right, man. All I gotta say is, as I always tell people, check your egos at the door. We're gonna have another show next week and
Yes,
try
we
to
are.
keep it consistent. I want to thank T.R. for coming through.
Yes, thank you guys for having
us
me.
With the estrogen side of things.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nice with your privilege, even though you didn't really have privilege because you didn't grow on that side of the fence.
A little bit.
Sorry about that, 8 Mile. Peasy, you're not a sucker.
Sorry about that 8 Mile. Look,
No matter what they tell you, no matter how the light shines on you, you not a
privilege,
sucker.
though,
You heard me?
I wanna give a shout
In
out,
Nice's
though.
case, it's different, and that's what Nice needs to
I'm
explain
here.
to people, though.
Yo, listen, when I first met Nice B, you know, he gave me a haircut.
Wait,
Nice ain't the
He
only
just
kid I
came
know
off
like
it.
that.
Remember
bro.
that shit?
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
First time, my wife was like, "Oh, babe, you need a haircut. Don't worry, my brother got you."
and you like,
I never met the nigga.
I'm not sure.
We
Not
sat down
sure.
and we had a conversation. And I was like, God damn. Yo, my man a little angry right now. But he just cut my hair. The fade came out clean. You know what I'm saying? Actually, that was, what projects were those?
Battles.
battles, yeah.
Battle, that's off Eagle?
Right,
Off
yeah,
Eagle?
battles.
Farms, or whatever it is.
Battles.
Around that area,
Yo,
right?
real quick. Dear Brocktonians, I'm sick of Broketown. You know what I'm saying? Not
feel
everywhere is
bad.
Broketown. We got places in Brockton that's $1.5 million. The parts that are shitty are the people that are there are keeping it shitty. Let's fix that shit. Brockton, I did a little research on it. It was a huge industrial city.
Shoe City.
Unfortunately, because of technology and the advancements of humans, a lot of people lost their
I
jobs.
remember when I first moved there back in the day, they had a Atomic New Balance building, and then
Back on the
now
north
they're
side.
lofts.
Yeah.
North side.
So
New Balance was there originally.
And I don't know if y'all know, a lot of money is being shoveled back into Brockton. So for those that are saying that it's Broketown, you might want to keep a little piece of the land because shit is changing and they're pushing those people that can't really afford it out elsewhere.
Gentrification.
Come on, can I talk my goddamn shit?
I'm just chiming the fuck in.
It's regular. It
Shit.
started in Boston, though. 'cause look how
I'm
it's-
chiming in.
This is what
That's
she's
all-
That's, wait, hold on real quick. That's what's happening in Pawtucket because they about to put like the MBTA there. It's happening in a lot of
100%.
places. Like
100%. We talking.
where I'm moving
I
to,
want you to watch
Bronx,
episode, I think 5. We talking
Third Ave, Brooklyn,
Lawrence Fishburne
Yeah.
episode
Atlantic
on
City.
this thing.
Boys and
Yeah,
Hood
that was
shit.
dope.
Word.
I mean, but it's happening everywhere. At the end of the day, bad places is just because of the people that are doing dumb shit around
In
there.
it, that's
But I
it.
keep telling people, criminals go to fucking wherever and do criminal shit. It doesn't necessarily mean, oh, it's Brockton.
Right.
It's fucking little fly.
But most people in the hood ain't criminals anyway. So.
What's that?
They're not.
Most people in the hood ain't criminals
They ain't.
anyway.
It's necessity.
No, I mean it's only a select few people that's there, but they just doing a lot of fuck.
If you
And
watch
money
the- if you
and
watch
money
the
is
news-
about proximity.
And
So if
watch
you
the
live
news,
somewhere close enough
pay
to where the
attention
money
that
at,
certain areas are reported on a lot.
Bingo. Like Milton. I know some shit that went down in Milton and
It
they
didn't
said
even make
nothing.
They keep that shit
Right.
on the low.
oh, because Milton's Milton.
Because
You can watch the news.
Milton.
Lawrence,
100%.
Roxbury, and Brockton on the news. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
Lawrence,
100%.
Roxbury, and Brockton. It's
You
like
know-
they're singled out.
And you know what's annoying the shit out of me? Okay?
What?
Why the fuck? If Brockton is Broketown, why are my taxes higher than certain other cities?
Word.
I don't like that shit.
Because you're a city and everyone around you is a town.
I don't like that shit.
Well,
It's high-
you gotta fund. You gotta fund the public
goddamn
schools.
Get rid of these goddamn turkeys that are everywhere. Yo, it's getting out of control. I'm talking shit. I'm done. I got shit to say. Y'all got shit to say?
Skin them. Eat 'em.
Yeah.
I ain't eating no.
So I hope that I can come. I hope I can come back. I had a great time.
Shout out West
Well, you
Music.
over here trying to bounce, leaving the city of champions.
I'm like, this is like some. I know I really appreciate it because I know you guys outside of all three of you guys outside of this. It was great to like bring a female perspective, even though I'm always on the outside and controversial. But that's fine.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm used to that.
We appreciate you coming through.
Me and my lip gloss, like 7. Like I saw this, I got to give like the compounds
shout outs to this guy.
A shout out.
Shout
He
out to
reposted
Seth.
my post.
Hey,
He reposted
hey.
my post. Shout out
like
to him.
now,
Yeah, shout out
shit
to
about
him.
to
And
get
then shout outs
real.
to I'm gonna say it again. Pure Oasis. We
Shout out to Pure Oasis.
we
Shout
gonna
out
get in
to
there.
Justin, Pat Hoy.
We gonna get in there.
Kevin Cole, man. They Kevin Cole, the owners. It's a big thing over there, man. It's a historic day.
Yeah, today was the day.
Today was the day.
All that negative shit that y'all people talking about with wait for the summer. Cut the shit.
The people talking them negative comments will end up going there. The cops are button.
Yeah, cut the
Eventually,
shit.
when they can't
Cut
find
the
out
shit.
nobody else.
Cut the shit.
I think I'm about to start smoking weed again, man.
No, we're just
Help
gonna
your
eat
anxieties,
patties.
man.
Nah, I need to start smoking weed.
No, because we were talking about I'm hungry now.
Cause this bud out there that does fuck with help your anxiety. I need to find which one it is.
Yo, all you need is a
Some real
buddologist.
shit,
A
dog.
buddologist will do
A
that.
buddologist. So hit us up.
You know what I mean?
Share. So what do we have to say? So share. Let's say like share, follow.
Yeah, hit that like button. Hit that like
all that
button.
shit. Like all that
Share
shit.
And stop
I
following
put my
Nice,
soul
goddamn it.
out there.
We have
like,
a page.
Right,
Yo, we have a GMS
subscribe,
page.
We did
follow
good
that
tonight, though. We
shit.
did good tonight on the page, though.
I appreciate that.
Definitely
I know
did.
Nice is, but GMS. Goddamn.
I pour my soul
I'm
out.
gonna give you one more time to tell them the passion you produce.
Do it like with some passion. Go deep.
Here we go.
Say,
Here we go.
say it with your chest so we know it's real. Fix your bed. Let's go. Let's go.
Check this out.
Nice.
Go to GMS page.
Oh my
Boom. And
Jesus
just like that,
Christ.
we out of here. We
For real. Go to the fucking page.
Hey.
Go to the fucking page. For
Yo,
real.
we out of
like.
here, man.
Mwah.